move forward with a vote on a more Republican-friendly congressional map, with dozens of Democrats out of state all week refusing to come back. Besides arrest and expulsion threats, Burrows last night ordered salary direct deposits suspended, and today announced a hold on 30% of the Democrats' monthly operating budgets to be canceled if they don't return. The Justice Department's opened a new investigation into New York's Attorney General.
A grand jury has convened in Albany, New York, to consider allegations against the state's Attorney General, Letitia James. Sources tell Fox News Digital the Justice Department is focused on a possible deprivation of rights case against the Attorney General connected to her successful business fraud civil suit against President Trump.
Fox's Jared Halpern. A mortgage fraud investigation against James was opened in May. A federal appeals court tosses a judge's contempt finding against the Trump administration.
The 2-1 ruling from the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals is a win for the Trump administration over the deportation of suspected Tren de Aragua members to an El Salvador prison. At issue was the probable cause contempt finding in April by Judge James Boasberg over what Justice Department lawyers had told him about the deportation timeline. Boasberg had accused Trump administration officials of rushing deportees out of the country under the Alien Enemies Act before they could challenge their removal in court. He also said the attorneys had willfully disregarded the order that planes already in the air should return to the U.S. The 3-judge panel consists of 2 Trump appointees and 1 Obama appointee who dissented. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
And a 4th federal judge is ruling to block the president's executive order to end birthright citizenship. There have been class action lawsuits. The Supreme Court ruled judges can't just block presidential orders nationwide. America's listening to Fox News.
Born on America's darkest day of 9/11, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation has been helping America's heroes ever since. People who put their lives on the line for our country and our communities need your help now more than ever. Join Tunnel to Towers on its mission to do good in their honor. Never forget 9/11 or the sacrifices of this country's heroes and their families. Show your support. Donate $11 a month at T2T.org. That's T2T.org.
Progressive knows when you own a boat or RV, it's like you're automatically on vacation, even if you're actually a marriage counselor in the middle of couples therapy. But in your mind, you're camping in Acadia, puttering around Frenchman Bay. Your boat and RV are both protected. You're lobster drenched in butter and... Uh-oh, did your clients just notice you weren't listening? Quick, do the thing where you just repeat back exactly what they said, but as a question. They bought it. Now back to Maine, earning an automatic discount bundling your boat or RV with your home or auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
You remembered our Friday theme. Outstanding. Look out! It's only me. It's only I can barely hear myself. I might have my headphones on. I'm at a different microphone. I don't like this mic setup for some reason. Anyways, Timber, I don't know. I don't stop you doing that. I hate when he does that. Timber Pete and Flounders off, and Chris is here, and holy smokes, it's Friday. And off we go. It's a beautiful sunny day, and you know, it's summertime in Georgia. Hold on, I got to get these things organized. That's what it is. All right, that's a little better. Anyway, it's Friday. I'm in love. It's good to have you with us. Here's the number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. If you'd like to join us for Let It Rip Friday, anything goes. And again, Flounder is on the beach having fun. He took his little doggy with him and Mrs. Veronica Flounder to the beach. And they can't really let him run wild because there are lifeguards. And, you know, you do the right thing on a public beach. Although, I don't know, is this a private beach? They probably have some hacienda with something. Anyway, whatever. And so they're having fun. He's celebrating a birthday weekend. And so that's good. Now, Pete Davis here in the house. It's, in
the house.
And nice. What's the new with you in the last 24 hours? Anything going on?
Got up at 6 a.m. Don't know why that happened.
Well, God, I've already been working at 6 a.m.
I've already taken my 30-minute nap on the couch.
Yes, you did. He came in and said, well, everything's got it, and your body clock is a whole,
seriously,
it's a whole different thing. Anyway.
Isn't it funny how some dogs love the ocean and others? I had one dog that just ran into it and tried to drink it, red, but Bear would not get in the water, salt water.
My last two dogs like the water. In fact, Harley, my bull mastiff, my house in Brookhaven, that's right, with a pool, and he would go into the pool and sit on the steps. He would go down to the bottom step, so he was almost covered, but he wouldn't. He didn't want. He could swim, but it was hard because he was such a big lug that he kind of sank. And I thought, no, that's not going to work. So,
You just sit there.
but he would lay down on the step and go right up to his head and just sit there in the pool and have a good time. That was until that cop showed up in the backyard when the alarm went off and he attacked him. And the cop said, "Yeah, there's nobody back here." All right. Anyway, Chris, what's new with you? Anything last 24 hours of excitement there at all, sir? Oh, he's on the phone. No, that's right.
Well, we have gifts.
We have what do we have there?
Well, you brought me a chocolate chip cookie.
I did. I brought you. And I got another one there. If you're, I don't know. I know you don't need. I don't think you like to eat a lot of chocolate. You have the sugar thing or something.
No.
But I've got another one. If you want another one.
First of all, found that at Ingles that day. It's an natural lollipop.
Oh, an old-fashioned lollipop.
It's natural lollipop.
Oh my God! And it says
I don't know what flavor it is. Cherry or something.
It says wild berry. Oh, excellent! And it's called My Licks. Yeah, what is it? Yummy My Licks or something?
Something
Yummy
like
Licks. Yummy Licks.
Put it in the fridge and let it cool off a little bit. Obviously, you got a little hot
cool.
there.
Oh, thank you. Outstanding.
All right. We got you. So you know you're going to smoke some Lucky, so we got you some Luckies.
Oh, you got the Lucky Strikes. Oh, well, that was on your little excursion last weekend. Oh, that is so nice. I love this.
Just to see if you can choke to death on these suckers. Tootsie Pop Drops.
Oh, now see, these are dangerous. I'm telling. Oh, no, they're little ones. They're little ones. These are like a 9/10 the size of the Tootsie Roll Pop. See the difference?
I already ate mine.
Yeah, but I'll enjoy the crap out of these. But again, when the last couple times came off the stick, and I thought, man, you'll choke to death on those things. Now these are
it's like a
drop
a lozenge.
Well, thank you. I'm very excited.
That's from the Mountains of Macon girls.
Very excited. But your little friend Lori. Well, that's you. So. Well, that's so sweet. Anyway, goodness sakes. All right. Anyway, Kimber Pete and Chris in for Flounder. Flounder will be back on Monday. And let's see. A couple things. I don't know where to start.
We got a caller if you want.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Absolutely.
Shay.
Callers take priority. Shay, is that what you said?
Yes.
Hey, Shay, how's it going? What's up?
Hey, Kimber. Shay and Sean, the brothers, and
absolutely. Our live shot.
Commercial guy.
Yeah, how's it going, man?
Well, just calling to let you know. I don't mean to put a downer on the Friday fun, but
that's all right. I'll do it later anyway. That's all right. Go ahead.
All right. My dad was drafted in the Army for Vietnam, and he spent a couple of years in the Army, and he passed away a couple hours ago.
Oh my God!
The last time my brother and I called you together, we were visiting him about 3 weeks ago. We spent the last couple of weeks with him, and just wanted to call and let you know that we always listen to your show during the bad times, as you've heard in the past from other callers and other listeners, and we appreciate you.
Whoa.
And we're listening to you now.
Oh man, I'm obviously so sorry for your loss. He was the man was a hero. I mean, he was, and I guarantee you, he's helping Garden Heaven's Gate right now.
I went to the vet center up there in West Virginia when we were up there making arrangements and stuff, and I don't know if you're familiar with it. I was not. I had to look it up, but the vet guy at the vet center said that he said, "Holy crap!" He said, "Your dad went through Sears training," and I said, "I have no idea what you're talking about, sir." And so I had to look it up, but apparently he went through some intense training in the woods and Sears training of the Army, and was preparing for a lot of different stuff. So anyway, found out a lot of stuff over the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was got the call from his wife a couple hours ago. So anyway,
what a shame. I'm so sorry. And they have one of those training centers here in North Georgia, very famous training for mountain scaling and wood activity and so forth. Mountain activity. Yeah, I'll be doing.
Yeah. So.
Well, listen,
anyway,
guys, thank you.
Thank you for being there. Thank you for being there. Thank you for providing, as you've heard from, like I said, from other callers and other listeners over the years. You are we listen to you for help during these times.
Well,
so I appreciate you.
You're very kind. Semper Fi, my guys, and hoorah. And God bless you for calling. That's very kind of you to share that news with us. And sad, but
he raised 2 great kids.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 2 great kids. Yeah, and the last time they called, and talk about the irony. The last time they both remember, the brother got, I'm here too, but they had visited their dad.
Yeah,
what a shame. Anyway, God bless you guys, and what a nice thing to share that with us, and I appreciate it. That's very kind. In fact, if we're going to do some military stuff, in fact, I'll do it right now. Let's see. Anything else undone coming up? We have tweets. We have a game.
Clint has weighed in. Clint praying that Kimmer survives eating the Tootsie Roll Pop.
Yeah, who knows what the...
That'll be what... Yeah, he'll be found this weekend.
Drooling from the mouth, curled up in front of my... The TV's been on all night.
Scott Flounder will be calling me Monday morning. Have you heard from the Kimmer?
No. He's usually up by now. Anyway.
Yeah, he's up.
Yeah, he's around somewhere. Anyway, Kimber Pete and Chris in for Flounder. And also, I got a very nice note here from Anthony. It was one of our Facebook friends. And Anthony sent us a note. And he said, of course, yesterday, normally we have Neil Bortz on. He's traveling, so we'll try to get him on maybe Monday. We won't get him on today. But yesterday we had Shannon Burke, as we do on Thursdays at 5 o'clock. We link up with Shannon Burke doing a show down in Man Country in Florida. And so, as you recall, something unfortunate happened during the Kimmer section of the Kimmer Shannon Burke interview portion. And so Anthony sent me a little note last night to say, just got to let you know that Kimmer plus Shannon Burke is prime radio listening. Unless you spend 3 minutes trying to remember the name Dick Cavett.
Yes. Yes.
I'm so sorry.
And I thought of Dick Cavett. I say, no, that's not who he's talking about.
Isn't he married to that big, tall actress girl?
I thought he was
Laura,
dead.
what the hell is her name? I did it. I thought of her last night. Carrie Snodgrass. Isn't Dick Cavett married to Carrie Snodgrass, who was, for a while, very well known?
Carrie Nye.
Carrie Nye. Well, I don't remember that name. Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, he's married to Martha Rogers and Carrie Nye. Once again, a Dick Cavett segment, ladies and gentlemen.
Who else could pull that off 2 days in a row?
Ask Chris if he's ever heard of Dick Cavett.
Hey, Chris, you ever heard of Dick? No, he hasn't.
No, not at all.
I can't help it. I'm old. That's all I got. Memories. That's all I got. I'm going to go home and walk up a darkened stairway and say, honey, I'm home to an empty house and spend the weekend wondering what the hell to do.
Lucy, yes, I'm home.
Yeah. Honey, I'm home every night.
You
I
do
swear
it?
to God.
Do you
every
do
night.
that?
Every night. Every night. Honey, I'm home.
Honey, I'm home.
That's right.
Well, you got to get an AI robot. That's all there is to it. $5,000, you can get one.
No, I want one of the yeah. And by the way, for the record, those robots don't do anything. What do they do? They dance around and juggle. But the ones that are $6,000. Are you hitting the music on me? Are
Yeah,
you?
he's playing you off.
Just hold your horses here, by Tonto. They have some that have arms or hands that work. They can hold a glass.
Wash hands.
But still, I mean, until
Get
they
you a
can,
beer.
Well, I don't know if they can go to the refrigerator, open the door,
A
get a beer.
dog can.
I don't know. Well, anyway. No, I'm waiting for the girlfriend. I'm waiting for the pretty girlfriend. I'm waiting for the,
They have those.
well, not yet. Real enough was. Hey, okay, now hit the music. 314, Kimmer Pete and Christopher Flounders. A tough crowd. It's Let It Rip Friday. What do I know? Stand by.
If you love listening to Extra all week, make sure you're here this weekend for even more great local shows from across the community. The All Four Seasons Home Show, Ben Burnett, Janelle King, Back Your Blue, and so many more. Listen to them this weekend or anytime on the all-new Extra 106.3 app.
Another guy tried to cut me off today. I'm not making this up. The routes I take to work, there's about 3 different merge things, and everybody's so rude. Anything can happen, including sideswiping. I'm familiar with that. If you have an issue with who did what to whom, David Van Sant's the guy for you. David Van Sant Law. Used to work for the insurance company. So, again, there's always disputes of some kind. Insurance companies, we need them and we use them. We all have. but they have their tables and charts. And, I've gone through this many times. Luckily, the last couple of times I didn't have to do any problems with it if I had David Van Sant's right there, because it's complicated. Things are different. Policies are different, and, cars are different, and getting parts and all that kind of stuff. But here's the thing to remember. David Van Sant is not only a guy who used to work for the insurance company, so he knows things about accidents, and he's a personal injury lawyer. And the big thing to remember is that he wins. David Van Sant is on the top 100 trial lawyers in Georgia. He goes to court and he wins. That's why he's on the top list. He's also, and this is a real thing, the super lawyers list. David Van Sant's right there. If you've been wronged, he's a personal injury lawyer. If you've been wronged and you need somebody to make up for it and give you what you are due, David Van Sant. Here is the number, 855-GA-INJURY. Online, vansantlaw.com. Hey, it's a Kimmer talking about Stovall.
Yeah, I just wanted to brag on Stovall. I went up there and actually got a quote on some of their material up there, and he gave me the quotes I wanted, but he said what would work best, they don't carry, and referred me to one of their competitors. That's how good they are. And sure enough, he was right. The material he was talking about that they don't carry, it's actually going to work best for me. So I've got that on the way. It all worked out well. Makes me want to go back and buy something from them now.
Folks, when it comes to landscaping supplies, start at Stovall. 11 locations around Atlanta. Online at stovallinc.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's here to tell you about a new company that is changing the way people buy their next pre-owned car or truck. At The Honest Car Guy, they offer a completely transparent way to purchase a vehicle. You pay what he pays, plus a small honest fee. You can choose any make or model. He will search the country for the best deal out there. He'll handle the paperwork, your trade-in, shipping, and even give you the bill of sale. Friends, I've done the research, and this is a buying process that you can trust. Call 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit online at honestcarguy.com.
I want to share something with you that is so important for the people of Israel. The Bible teaches us that in a world full of broken promises, one covenant remains unshakable, and that's God's eternal promise, his unwavering commitment to Israel and his beloved people. Israel is being attacked now not only with missiles, but by bad actors who are sympathizing with Israel's adversaries. The world truly has gone mad and evil persists. Now, more than ever, God is calling Christians everywhere to support Israel, to be a living testimony that his promises endure forever. I've chosen to partner with the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews as one way to align myself with God's eternal plan, and for over 40 years, this wonderful ministry has faithfully provided nutritious food, care, and critical life-saving aid to Israel's most vulnerable, the poor, the elderly, many of whom are Holocaust survivors. So join me in standing for Israel and declaring God's faithfulness to all generations. To learn more and find out how you can help, visit ifcj.org. That's ifcj.org.
Georgia newsmakers are always live on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Dr. Rich McCormick, representative of Georgia's 7th District.
It's Trump 2.0. I mean, the first presidency went well. This one's just killing it. And what he's going to do to affect the deficit, what he's going to do to affect the economy, what he's going to do to set us up for a lot of success is just tremendous.
Listen to the full interview now at extra1063.com or on the all-new Extra 106.3 app. Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3 FM.
Bum, 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 bum. Pretty song. The Beatles.
Here comes the sun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Here comes the sun. I say it's all right.
This was a day in 2019, thousands of Beatles fans made a pilgrimage to London's Abbey Road 50 years after the group walked over at Zebra Crossing for the cover of the last album the band recorded. Transport for London said 2 bus routes had to briefly be diverted as queues to cross the road blocked to the access. A queue, of course, being a line of people at the time. And for the record, that was in 2019. The original Beatles photo shoot was in 1969. Paul McCartney, though, had his daughter film him crossing the road again in 2018. A year before, they had the 50th anniversary.
This is a view from the opposite side of the road.
Oh,
basically, you see it this one way. Yeah. I'm on the other side looking back the other way.
Okay, I would have never known that was Abbey Road or anything.
You know that. That's Abbey Road. That's a studio right there.
I'll be darned. Yeah, cool. Outstanding. Our birthday list includes Deborah Norville. Something of an amazing woman, I
Georgia
have to
girl?
say. Georgia girl, Deborah Norville. She was a local girl here, and then she went to CBS. And I remember when I disappeared and was working for ABC in Chicago, I used to run into her occasionally on stories. And the last one I did was on a military guy was taking advantage of Navy recruits. And she was there in the story, and I'll never forget. First time I met her, I mean, she's about 6 feet tall, and I mean, just an all woman. She's solid and just beautifully, just a beautiful woman, smart as a whip. Very, every experience I had with her, very serious, very smart, serious, all business, and a knockout. Deborah Norville is 67 today. Anyway, and a very impressive young woman. 404-741-1230. Camera Pete and Flounder. Flounder's off. Chris is in here for Flounder. And by the way, Chris, thanks, man. Everything's been organized. I got in here all the stuff I ask him to do at 5:30 in the morning. I don't know what time you get up, but I start sending him stuff at 5:30, 5:40 in the morning.
So you started sending me stuff yesterday for today.
That's right. I did some last night. I'm sorry.
You're not. He's not sorry.
No, I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Anyway, but thanks again. We definitely appreciate it. And I know he's going to be heaving a sigh of relief Monday morning. Thank God, that's over. Anyway, a couple things. Let's see. We just got so many. Another quick. I just get the biggest kick out of this. Three things before I forget. We're going to talk about what's been throwing onto women's basketball courts lately. I mean, this is a thing now. And frankly, I'm laughing hysterically. I'm not offended by this in any way. I'll bet you every 10 or 12-year-old girl who you would think, save them from knowing about any kind of thing like this is probably already reacting to social media anyway. So, I mean, the jig is up. The whole, the world knows about everything, which I think is freaking hysterical. Also, there's a new name now for Sydney Sweeney.
Yep.
And can we say that on the radio?
Clay just did.
Buck just did. So we'll talk about that's coming up too. And we have our live entertainment section, a little theater production coming up here in about 15 to 20 minutes. All this going on. First of all, I do want to mention last night. I didn't know there was a concert last night. Usually, when in the morning time, they put out a sign I live in a cul-de-sac of a townhouse plane, and usually they put a sign out in the driveways, with a big poster saying "No parking here," so we know that there's a concert if you want to plan your day. Because when the traffic, I live near the amphitheater, and so if there's a concert, the traffic's horrible, blocks up all the streets, and it's a nightmare. So and so I could try to play. Well, anyway, so I didn't know that. I'm on the way home last night. I was saying, "Oh crap, there's all these cars." So I weave my way. I have to go up a hill, then down a hill, and then I can get into my townhouse. And usually the last 100 yards could take 40 minutes because the traffic is just blocked. Anyway, the fun part was it happened again. I didn't know there was a concert, and I'm going up to the top of the hill where the VIP entrance is, and the people are turning off, and there's police officers everywhere. And sure enough, one of our local gendarmes on the top of that hill as I'm crossing over the hill to go down to the bottom near the end of my route, and a police officer in a yellow vest saying, "Kimmer!" at the top of his lungs, and I start laughing. I mean, it just makes me laugh. You recognize my car?
Somebody knows me.
And here's a cop. "Hey, Kimmer!" It just makes me laugh. And then actually, I did think this, and I know this is not newsy radio stuff there, but I did think this. I hope. Well, it's probably not true. I hope, as part of his shift, I'm guessing it's a volunteer thing where they're paying him extra to work overtime, because that's what cops do for things like this, traffic things, concerts, stuff like that. So I assume he's probably working overtime to make extra money, and I feel bad about it because, frankly, I don't think a police officer. I think if we're really serious in this country. If we're really serious in this country, we need to overhaul the public education system, and we also need to overhaul our local criminal justice systems for local patrol and police officers and criminal activity. Yeah. Cops should not have to be so poor that they can't afford to live in the neighborhood they serve. There should be a housing allowance for cops. There should be a car allowance for cops. And when they confiscate vehicles, maybe from one department to another, sell them and buy buy vehicles to give to the cops. I mean, I don't know how they're not rewarded every possible chance that a government can give them some kind of a break. They ought to do it. Mm-hmm. And I thought, the poor bastard, he didn't want to be out there, from 5 to 10 o'clock at night directing traffic at a concert when his wife and family are back home having, on the Thursday night, Friday night, whatever. He's out there working, and he's working after he already worked. It's not right for cops to have to do it. It's just, it's just the wrong thing. It's just wrong. But he made me, he makes me feel good. And so happy about, just that little thing. And I feel bad for the fact that he has to be there in the first place. But what a nice thing. I honestly, I love these guys.
You just gave me an idea about public service and everything. How about if we make a deal with the teachers? If we give you more money so you get a decent wage.
Yeah.
You have to get rid of the unions because you won't need unions anymore.
Right.
We give you a decent wage and health care.
Right.
So now you can focus on the kids and not your union business.
Well, again, I'm telling you, there is a way to do it without the overspending of all the money for all the educational budgets in America. I guarantee you, I went to a very cheap, I did not go to a luxurious prep school. My prep school was kind of the low end of tuitions. It wasn't like Exeter and Andover and Groton and things like that, who are big time charge. St. Paul's, you've heard of these places. But they made it work, and I'm telling you, with the money we could save for state education budgets, there's no reason that a public school classroom should have more than about 10 kids in it. Mm-hmm. And there should be a teacher and another teacher or a helper on a computer to say, do you get it? And if you don't get it, here's how you can get it. And now what do you think about this? We need to start teaching our kids not how to look up stuff, but how to think. And how to make conclusions and
logic.
Thinking and working, because AI is going to do all the stuff where memorizing things is doesn't mean squat anymore. And you can't just again, I don't know my daughter's phone numbers.
Well, there's a series of numbers with area codes decide where she lives, so you can call her.
But you see what I mean? But again, so we got to be very careful here. But again, there's no way that there be a classroom should have less than 10 kids in it. And helpers.
Well,
and by the way, volunteers, people like, of course I'm working full time, but I guarantee you, like the guy who plays Superman is going back to work for ICE. Actor.
As bad as school testing is right now, as these kids that can't read or write, and Harvard's got to have remedial classes and stuff like that. Yeah. What's wrong with having AI teachers then? I mean, what is a human teacher doing that the AI can't do better?
Khan Academy is a computer thing of individual helping.
Then have them program the AI robot and sit in there. They're not going to put up with any crap from these kids either.
That's right.
You can't hurt them or intimidate the AI robot.
I'm sure that's coming. But again, eliminating the costs of educational things that should not be
with
part
the
of the cost of it. Yeah.
There's plenty of tax money that's collected, as we just found out with Doge and everything. It's the waste. Where's the money going? 90% of USAID was going to either left-wing political organizations or was not getting to the people it was supposed to help.
Yeah. And again, the more you demand, the more my grandkids are both luckily gifted students, and they go to a special school system where they do projects. They don't just sit there and have a teacher drone memory stuff. They do work projects. They do stuff where they have to discuss and figure out. And I mean, it's really amazing. They're just, so it's there. And they don't have 40 kids in the class. I mean, it can be done. I know it's possible.
And I was lucky be in late 60s, early 70s in DeKalb County school system, which was ranked number 2 county school system in the country, behind some place outside of Chicago, one of their rich counties up there. And I never once remember my parents or any teacher or anybody talking about a union.
Yeah.
Because the kids were the focus.
Yeah, I don't remember a union growing up. I was a kid.
It was the PTA. There's no talk of unions.
No, I don't remember. There was no union when I was growing up as a kid. There was no teachers union. Well, maybe there was, and no one never heard of it. They weren't politically active, trying to get people elected to candidacy for offices.
And you know what else didn't exist? Department of Education.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and we also used to say the Pledge of Allegiance and a prayer.
Yes, we did.
Every day.
We used to
stand up and say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Well, I said before, when Apollo 13, they didn't know they were coming back.
That's
Mrs. Musselman asked us in 3rd grade to please pray for him.
Yeah. And the movie, remember, in the Apollo 13 movie, they were doing it in classrooms, too. I mean, anyway. Oh, my God, it's 3:39 already. Huh? He's
your phone. Your phone's
is that
going
my
off.
phone?
Yes, that's your phone going off.
Oh, it says spam risk. Screw you, pal. I thought he was tinkling me at the ivories here. Get off my phone.
You have to pay extra for that.
329. All right, coming up, the shark attacks are back for Army training.
What's that?
Well, I'm about to explain it. And by the way, I'm getting the biggest kick out of memories that are giving me the chills. Talk about a shark attack. You think that's something in the Army? Anybody who's had the chance to get off the bus at Paris Island, I promise you. Come in, 3:30.
Pledge pin on your uniform.
3:30. Full of Rip Friday. Look out.
The Morning Extra from 6 to 10. Glenn Beck until noon. Clay and Buck from noon to 3. And the Kimmer Show on your ride home from 3 to 6. Plus Jesse Kelly from 6 to 9. And Jimmy Vela from 9 to midnight. The voices you need all day with the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Oh, boy, Atlanta Safe House has done it again. You know, Jeff and Mark, these guys are always offering specials and deals, and they've done it again. All through this month of August, you're going to save a bundle. Huge sales on Browning safes. And Browning safes, and take it from me, that was, I think, my first gun safe many, many years ago was a Browning safe. And I mean, they're just terrific. And their sales, the rebates and stuff, they're going to make it worth your while. Check them out. You know, they have a showroom in Ackworth up on Industrial Boulevard. And there's always something special going on, but particularly the month of August is Browning Safe Sale time. The whole month of August, you'll save a bundle. Rebates and specials. And don't forget, you don't have to pay any sales tax on any gun safes. And check out their big gun safes and little pistol safes. I mean, they've got them all shapes and sizes. And between the specials, well, I don't forget, they can repair a safe that you may have. They can change your master reset code. They can rent you a safe. If you're going somewhere for a while or you have a convention or need somebody to store stuff for a while, they can rent you a safe. They take care of business. Don't forget, again, Browning, big, huge sales all this month. Tell them the Kimmer sent you. Look them up yourself, atlantasafehouse.com.
Hi, I'm Chris Lalamia, owner of the Trusted Toolbox. Are home repairs piling up? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Relax. We've got you covered. From drywall dings and leaky faucets to deck repairs and trim replacement, we're your one-stop shop for everything for your home needs. No more juggling multiple contractors. Just call us at the Trusted Toolbox and we'll handle it. Your home deserves the best, and we don't want you breaking your back trying. Call the Trusted Toolbox today at 770-623-3097 or visit us at thetrustedtoolbox.com. The Trusted Toolbox, your one-stop shop for home repairs and more.
Hey, Georgia neighbors, it's time to expect more from your Medicare Advantage. Discover Sonder Health's custom plans tailored just for Georgians. Saunders offers unique benefits, including special plans for those living with chronic conditions. Some plans even come with grocery or gas benefits to support your overall well-being. Sonder Health makes it easy to get the coverage you need. See for yourself what today's Medicare Advantage can do for you. Visit SonderHealthPlans.com, a healthier state of life. Sonder Health Plans is an HMO and PPO with Medicare contracts. Enrollment in Sonder Health Plans depends on contract renewal.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check them out online at atlturfco.com.
More than intelligent, it's thoughtful. Not just spacious, It's sensuous and stylish. And along with the sure-footed all-wheel drive, the GLC SUV is now available as an efficient, effusive, and effective plug-in hybrid. Get an exceptional offer on the 2025 Mercedes-Benz GLC 350e 4MATIC SUV. Just $489 per month for 24 months with $56.53 due at signing, exclusively from RBM of Atlanta in Sandy Springs. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details and see how to qualify. We'd love to welcome you to the RBM of Atlanta family. Special lease rate available only to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Service through RBM of Atlanta, Sandy Springs through September 2nd, 2025. Excludes tax, tag, title, and Georgia Lemon law fees. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit us at rbmofatlanta.com or call us at 770-390-0700 for details.
The Morning Extra, starting your day the right way. Weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m.
Barack Obama came out and was like, don't vote for this bill. Do you need any more indication that you should probably vote for this bill?
Absolutely right.
The head honcho of all of this stuff that came down your way for the better part of a decade. He's the one who's telling you, don't vote for this.
What is it that he hates more than anything? And it's America.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station is Extra 106.3.
There we go. At 2016, the judge overseeing.
What?
I didn't hear anything. Well, he likes the music. It's good. It's
great song.
Led Zeppelin here. I mean, my gosh, people don't get that every day. 2016, the judge overseeing Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven lawsuit trial ruled against the band and their publishing company, which tried to recoup nearly $800,000 in legal fees. A federal jury determined that Led Zeppelin was not guilty of plagiarizing Spirit's Taurus in the copyright trial, but the judge said the lawsuit was not frivolous and was not without merit. Therefore, the estate of Spirit guitar picker Randy California Wolf and their attorney were not obligated to repay the defendant's legal fees. If a frivolous lawsuit is determined, then you're going to get stuck paying for everything, but not in this case. Our birthday list includes a reference to Happy Days. Donnie Most played Ralph Malph on Happy Days. Donnie Most is 72 years old today. And I picked this little history thing out just for you, Pete Davis. On this day in 1876, right before Thomas Edison began torturing animals for fun and profit, Thomas Edison received a patent for his mimeograph. Today's little rugrats do not remember getting mimeographed homework assignments. Grandpa, Grandma, people like me, and Pete Davis even recalled calling them dittos sometimes. They were the mimeograph things where the purple ink on the paper that you couldn't usually read. It was smeared and everything.
Seriously.
And God, it says right here, Pete Davis, from the guy who wrote this from Flounders Thing, it says the purple ink you usually couldn't read, but they smelled like heaven.
You get high sitting there.
Mimeograph.
And she'd walk down and hand, and everyone in front of you, the first thing you do is sniffing it. Everybody.
Creepy.
We were all sniffing, and we all had little pink, purple smudges on our nose.
Everybody help me hand these out. Yes.
Yes. Ooh. And it was almost as good as these.
My Sharpies. I bring in my 5 Sharpies over there. And these are the thick ones. These are not the fine point. These are the thick ones.
You like them thick.
Well, I do. I do like it. I think a lot. That's what she said, and it was kind of a special.
THICC.
There you go. But seriously, ladies and gentlemen,
we just killed a man.
Killed a guy. Oh, by God. Okay, 9 minutes ago, Pete Davis, and we were talking about prayer in schools, and you said, in fact, back in school, talking about we used to have prayers in schools.
Columbia Elementary, 3rd grade, Mrs. Musselman asked us to pray for the Apollo 13 crew to get home safely.
And by the way, the movie you may have seen, the Apollo 13 movie starring Tom Hanks as the commander, the real commander's name was Jim Lovell, and Jim Lovell is dead. Pete Davis just killed Jim Lovell. Man was 97 years old. Pete Davis is saying we pray and David Lovell thing, and we just get the
We
word.
look up.
Jim Lovell just died.
At 97, we look up,
97 years old.
literally look up
It
and
was
see he's
9
dead.
seconds after we
We spoke his death into existence.
Killed Jim Lovell right there, 97.
I had no
Wow.
idea we had that power. Who else can we talk about?
I don't know.
Hillary Clinton
Yeah.
was,
Wow, yeah. Anyway, Jim Lovell, 97.
Wow. Did he ever get to the moon?
I don't. He had to. I don't know if he ever walked on it. I'll bet he was a pilot for a mission. I don't know. We'll Google that for you. Anyway, Kimber, Pete, and Chris in for Flounder. Flounder back on Monday. Our number 4.
He did not.
Oh, he did
no.
not? Oh, that's too bad.
Do you think they'd let him go back?
Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he didn't want to. Maybe, if he was 97, that's almost 100, and that was, 50? So he was 50 when he did the flight.
Still, yeah, it was plenty. I mean, he was the most experienced one. Put him on the next one.
Well, I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if the man was 50 or 52 years old. They didn't want him to go back up there again. I don't know.
Great
I have
movie,
no idea.
too, by the way.
Yeah,
Gary,
and that was
Gary Sinise and Ed
Opie Taylor.
Ron Howard. One of the few that he did right.
I'll tell you, he sure did that one right.
What was the one, the old people jumping in the pool? Cocoon.
Oh, Cocoon.
Cocoon was
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Well, of course, I, as you know, had dinner next to the man who won the Academy
Who was his
Award.
name?
Well, his name was...
You can tell the story if you know his name.
Oh, God.
I know his name.
Mortimer.
No, you're thinking of Trading Places.
No, hold on.
He was in Trading Places with Ralph, the other old actor, Ralph Bellamy.
Mortimer, oh, God.
Okay, think of the old Baltimore Colts. Johnny Unitas would hand off to running back Don Amici.
Hey, Chris, have you ever heard the name Don Amici?
No.
Oh, my God.
You ever seen the movie Trading Places?
I have not.
Eddie Murphy.
My double guy.
Dan Aykroyd, yeah.
It's a great...
It is a funny movie.
Have you ever heard of the movie Trading Places?
I have heard of it.
It's funny.
I just haven't seen it.
It's
funny.
really, if you guys... Anyway, Don Amici was in that, but he was also in Cocoon as one of the old guys.
Mm-hmm.
And back when I was working in San Francisco at KRON TV, and I've been dating this girl, and she got things, and I was her date to a Hollywood celebrity something dinner. And my dinner companions next to me on my left was Don Amici, and one person down was Kelsey Grammer, and the most beautiful little 15-year-old girl I've ever seen.
She wasn't 15.
I swear to God, she looked like she was 15 years old.
Don't say things
about
like
the prettiest little thing I ever saw. That was his date. Anyway. Anyway, so that's my claim to fame on Don Amici. I really do need to write a book. Anyway, all right, 3:41. Are we okay, Chris?
Oh,
with everything? Pete Davis, we ready? We are clear. Now, Flounder's not here, but oh, sorry. Here we go. And now, another edition of Not the Kimmers Rainy Day Bad Text Theater Playhouse, where we try to bring just the teeniest ray of sunshine into the otherwise miserable lives of you, the little people. Today's episode, Ring Ring, Cello, the scene. Shut up. The scene. See, cello. Two guys at the neighborhood bar. One sits down his brew and turns to the other guy and says...
You know, I was walking down the street this morning. I was hit by a violin, then a clarinet, and then a French horn.
Damn, that sounds painful. Did you see the guy that did it?
No, but I don't think it was just one guy.
Really?
Nope. I believe it was an orchestrated attack. And scene.
Orchestrated because the three instruments of music, but the music, we got to have the music to drown out the applause, you see, because the applause is overwhelming, so we got to bring the music up so people are overwhelmed with it. Our applause meter, it exploded. The meter exploded. Pete Davis. Oh, mercy. Another edition of Not the Kimmers Rainy Day Bad Text Theater Playhouse on the farm of Atlanta. Well done, sir. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Orchestra. Cello.
Well, cello. You know, I used to be the first chair trombone in the All-State Band,
First
mister.
chair baritone.
Well, there you are.
Brass rules. Woodwind suck.
Mercy. Anyway, we're going to talk about the attack of people throwing these various, humming Billy onto the humming Billy clubs onto the floors of the tennis of the girls' basketball
a friend of yours.
tournaments coming up here. Also, the new name for Sydney Sweeney, which I guess we can say on the radio because he did earlier. But first of all, I wanted to get to this story because I think this is freaking great and it changed my life. Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense, says we're going back. We're going back to shark attacking. Shark attacking is boot camp activity when, and we're talking about the Army here, but it could mean a lot of differently. Anyway, Pete Hegseth, bringing back shark attack. Shark attack is when you get off the bus at boot camp, where you show up at the airport, the bus terminal, wherever it is. You get your stuff. You all get together. You get on the bus to go onto the base, and as soon as you get off, they would start attacking, screaming, yelling, swarming you, making your life miserable, screaming at the top of their lungs. And Pete Hegg said they stopped doing it many years ago, like 5 years ago. They stopped doing that, replaced with something called the first 100 yards, which I don't know what that is, some training exercise to build camaraderie and encourage teamwork under stress. I don't know what they're doing there. Anyway, Hegseth says, screw that. One unit reversed the ban on tossing bait. The other thing they would do as part of boot camp, all of a sudden you're out doing a something or other, and you come back into your squad bay or to your barracks, some squad bay in the Marines. You come back to your barracks, and all of a sudden everything's all over the floor. Your bunks are messed up. Your mattresses are on the floor. Your foot lockers are empty. They just make it a mess. So you have to go clean it up. It's just a welcome to the world kind of a deal. Well, they stopped doing that too, and now they're going back to that very kind of thing. And Pete Hegseth says we want our war fighters to be strong, and that starts in basic training. We want to make sure we go back to basics. Drill sergeants overturning bunks and mattresses, wall lockers, garbage cans, other items, and enlist these trainees sleep, forcing them to clean up the area. As your recruit, you're going to go into a crucible. You're going to be forged, and you were going to be challenged. You're going to be scared, nervous, and anxious. Well, I can only imagine what it's like in the Army, which I'm sure is one thing. However, in the Marine Corps, especially in 1966, where we all knew where we were going, I'm telling you, I flew into... God, I don't know where it was even. I ended up in South Carolina. I got on the bus at the airport where we all got together, showed our papers, got on the bus, and when we pulled into Parris Island and went through that gate, and that door opened, and the drill instructor came onto that bus. Screeching. I mean, I'm telling you, and we were, they had the yellow footprints and all where you should, the way you angle your feet to stand at attention. I mean, it was, just as simple and basic as you can get, so you can't make a mistake. And they screamed and yelled, and I'm telling you, this is absolutely true. I mean, I knew what was going to happen. I knew what was going on. I wanted to go to war. I wanted to be a Marine. But I'm telling you, those first few minutes, when that happened to me, 20 years or whatever, when that happened to me, it changed my life. I said, "Oh my God, this is real. This is real. This isn't, this is real." And from that instant, my whole, and I'm not a tough guy. I've never been a tough guy. I've never been I'm just not that kind of person, and my personality, my soul, or anything else. But I'll tell you what, that snapped me, and I became one of the 4 guys to be promoted at Parris Island. Me. Nobody, nothing.
You bought in.
I bought in, man. I'll tell you what. They made me a squad leader, and holy crap! But it was from that first couple. Oh my God! I said, this is real, and I knew right then what was going on.
Do you think those guys really enjoyed and got up doing that to you all? They got together later and said, "Do you see what I did there? You see what I did there?" And
I think you have to have fun with it, and looking after it's all over and looking back. There were a lot of funny things. I mean, when you look back on it, what's happening? They're screaming, "You're from the moon! You're from the moon!" Just silly, stupid stuff. They cut your tie off to make if you didn't have it exactly perfect 1/4 inch. It was unbelievable. Anyway,
I know they had a kick later, having beers and laughing at what they did. Did you see when I did that to Peterson?
Especially there's always a blank bird, an S bird on every platoon, and those are the guys I know they have fun with later. right. Anyway, 348, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. So shark attacking and Army boot camp is coming back. Believe me, it makes an impression. But I'll tell you, at Parris Island in 1966, it really changed my life. No, but all right, 348, Kimmer, Pete, and Kristen for Flounder on your Happy Friday. Let her rip. Anything goes. There we go.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the Extra 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Now, I know there are plenty of HVAC companies out there, but let me tell you why Central Heating and Air Conditioning stands out from the rest. These days, it's hard to tell who's on first. Everybody wants to play. Many of the local HVAC companies, though, have been sold to large conglomerates. And some are even coming back under new names. But at Central Heating and Air Conditioning, they never left the field. They've been your hometown team since 1947. And their dedication to our community has never wavered. They are the grand slam you can count on. Central's team of experts know the game inside and out, delivering dependable service and personalized solutions every time. So don't get caught off base. Choose the HVAC team that's always been in the game. Get Carrier products, Carrier warranty, and Carrier peace of mind. Turn to your Atlanta Carrier experts. Central Heating and Air Conditioning. Call them today, 770-GET-HEAT, or visit them online at centralheat.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
My name is Patrick, and I'm the Military Outreach Manager at the Warrior Alliance. I served in the U.S. Army as an airborne ranger and deployed to several combat zones in support of the global war on terror. Veterans bring excellence through our work ethic, skills, and civic duty. However, transitioning to civilian life can be difficult, as we all share a loss of purpose when leaving the military. Returning veterans have earned and deserve our support so they can thrive on their journey home. The Warrior Alliance understands the challenge and is helping warriors navigate to success after service. Join us in changing thousands of lives for the better. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org.
Hey, it's Flounder here, and this month at Solomon Brothers Jewelers, we're celebrating love with a full month dedicated to the trend-setting, award-winning designs of Gnome Carver and Crown Ring, two of the most iconic names in bridal jewelry. Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or wedding bands, we've got the largest selection in Atlanta. Special offers all month long, and every piece is backed by our low price guarantee. Even on Gnome Carter's latest Luna collection featuring a patented pillow comfort interior. And here's something you don't want to miss. Wedding Band Weekend is happening August 15th through 17th for 3 days only. Buy one wedding band, get one half off on all wedding bands in the store. It's the perfect time to find your forever rings. Come see us on Peachtree Road in Buckhead, on Old Milton Parkway in Alpharetta, or on Fisher Crossings Drive, Sharpsburg. And you can always shop online at SolomonBrothers.com and click Book Appointment for your private consultation with one of our expert jewelers.
Kimmer here. You know, there's a lot of companies out there talking about windows and siding. Well, let me narrow the list for you. Peach State Windows. I first worked with Jeff, the owner, and his wife 25 years ago. Family business, top-grade, energy-efficient windows, custom fit perfectly, deals on siding. Oh, my, like I had Hardy Plank to be just right for your home. Peach State Windows, but so much more. Roof issues? No problem. How about entry doors? Yup, their pros make those just right, too. Financing? No money down. 770-485-8011 or peachstatewindows.com.
Imagine there's no heaven.
What else is going on?
It's a dumb song.
What's that?
It's easy.
Yeah, I don't like the song, but it's appropriate because, the man dead and everything. 2010 on this day, John Lennon's Killer. Now, how come these, I don't know why, it's headphones, sorry. 2010, John Lennon's Killer, Mark David Chapman, had his parole hearing delayed 15 years ago until early September so they could get more information. He was 55. Chapman was eligible for parole in 2000 after serving 20 years, but had been denied his freedom 5 different times. And why should he ever get out? What's that?
I would pull the switch myself on him.
Well, that's a dumb. The lyrics of that song is horrible. It's a beautiful song, but the lyrics are stupid. You have a millionaire telling you about no possessions, please. The only place that song works is North Korea. Yeah, they kind of mocked him a little.
But I would kill Mark David Chapman myself.
Well, there you go.
if they had a thing to pull the plug on him.
You know, that they really should do that and you know, raise money for charity, whatever, or, you know, smaller classes.
So who wants to push the button? Just pay?
Seriously, absolutely. No. Yeah, have like a lottery or something, you know, and then have a pay-per-view. And, you know, I mean, he raised millions and millions and millions and millions.
What he did. I mean, it's like when you kill RFK or Martin Luther King or John F. Kennedy. You have somebody that people look up to.
Changed.
And it's because you're crazy. You take him out of the world. Yeah. You should be taken out of the world.
Who do you think you are?
Right.
That?
Seriously.
I mean, that's as bad as it could get. So,
and he's from here, too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
Didn't he go to Columbia or somewhere? Columbia High School or someplace?
Yeah.
Piece of crap.
Our birthday list includes Larry Wilcox. We talked about Donnie Most, played Ralph Malph on Happy Days, is 72. Larry Wilcox was Ponch's partner, John Baker, on the TV show series Chips. Yeah. Larry Wilcox is 78, and I remember I played a motorcycle cop at Chips, and I remember we just talked about the Marines. And when I got out of the Marines, when I came back from overseas, I was discharged at Parris Island. I'm sorry, at Treasure Island in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. And it's a naval base, but
it's pretty cool looking island there under the Bay Bridge.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous. I mean, it's a beautiful area. But I had to stay there for like 3 weeks before I could. My official discharge was official. So they made me a troop handler. And I was calling cadence. I mean, they had me give me something to do for 3 weeks and everything. But among the other things we did was that we had job interview type stuff. And among the job people who came over to see whether we wanted to get hired for a job were some motorcycle cops from the California State Patrol. And I tell you what, Chips, absolute Chips. Man, I'll tell you what, I always wanted to be a motorcycle cop.
Why didn't you?
I damn near did. But I went back to school and got a master's degree. But again, if I'd been through school I might have done it. Oh, here goes my girl. Oh, she may not even say hi today. Oh, she walked out without saying hi. That's okay. No, it's okay. Anyway,
she never does say hi, does she? You just
no, she doesn't. No, it's true. It's true. And by the way, I did eventually buy my police motorcycle. I bought it from the Cobb County Police Department and souped it up with a Jim Screaming Eagle motor on it. And then
a GS scooter with your haircut neat.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And I had to sell it. I eventually sold it. But I made 10% profit on selling.
A whole 10%.
Yeah. So
which you threw away on that car.
I put it cost $50,000 to soup it up, and I sold it for $5,000. So I made 10%.
How many times did you drive it?
Well, 7, 4. Shut up. Can you eat me? How about that? What do you think? I'm back at work. I ate all over you. You don't got chicks. You got money. You're young.
Money? This is radio. We ain't got money.
By the way, we got a Flounders Funny coming up here shortly. But for another quick, speaking of Marines, James Carville, he was in the Marine Corps. James Carville, that sloppy, rubber-faced scumbag, 80-year-old punk, James Carville, who's had to apologize to Melania Trump finally, and it's not really an apology. It was a forced reading kind of a deal. And by the way, yes, there are a-holes in the Marine Corps. I'm sorry to tell you that, but again, this is the guy you would make walk point.
Yeah,
because honestly, I guarantee you, he spent 2 years in the Marines and he was at Camp Pendleton. Not the same. Well, God, I wonder if he was the same time I was. I was there. Okay, I went to Camp Parris Island, Camp Lejeune, Camp Pendleton, and then Vietnam. But I wonder if he was there the same.
He didn't go to Vietnam.
No, he wasn't. He was only at Camp Pendleton. But I wonder if he was there when I was. I don't know. Anyway, so he served 2 years for me. But he's and now he's had to apologize. He came out with this original statement on a podcast. And he said, after the episode, he talked to a guy, and Melania Trump's lawyer was complaining. We don't know exactly what he said, but he was trying to make some link between Melania Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. And it had been said earlier that Melania was a model working for one of Jeffrey Epstein's companies or something, as though implying that she was some kind of call girl or something. Mm-hmm. And so her lawyer said, I don't think so. So he said, we took a look at what we complained about, and we took down the video and edited out those comments from the episode. I also take back those comments and apologize.
But it's out there.
That's what he said. He said, I take back those comments and apologize. End of story, end of thing. Kiss my ass. Marine or not, kiss my ass. What a freaking disgrace. I mean, honestly, God, if that were my wife, I would go. I would well.
But Democrats believe that.
I know. They do. I know. And of course, that's now to get away from what's going on with the DOJ and everything else. And, anyway. A little Flounders Funny there. I should have checked with you earlier, Chris.
We can solve murders now. They used to not be able to, all they had was just the fingerprint dust, and they were stumped. All you had to do was wear gloves, and you could murder 3 or 4 nights a week if you wanted to. Here's how easy it was to murder. Murderers used to write letters to the newspaper for fun. They'd be like, "Dear paper, it's me, the murderer. Things are getting a little boring over here, so here's a clue. What has 4 legs and loves dinner? A table. See the next murder." And they'd still get away with it. The Zodiac wrote a dozen letters to the paper, and they were just like, "This guy's some kind of mastermind. He must be wearing mittens or something. I don't know how he's doing it."
Who's that, Chris?
It was Neil Brennan.
Neil Brennan, a very funny guy. Anyway, plug your magic twagger, Froggy. It's Let It Rip Friday. Hey, there you go. Anything goes. Kimmer, Pete, and Chris in for Flounder till Monday. 404-741-1230 if you want to join us. 4 o'clock. Look out. Braves in town. Beautiful afternoon, too. Look out.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
Astronaut James Lovell died 97 years old. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. He was on Apollo 8, the first mission to circle the moon, and the commander of Apollo 13, a trip cut short by an oxygen tank explosion that turned into a 4-day team effort to get everybody home, watched around the world.
Apollo 13 proved to be Captain Jim Lovell's finest moment as an astronaut.
Odyssey Houston, we show you on the main.
Poised and collected, he led his crew back safely home to Earth on April 17th, 1970.
I had the crew on the water, and we were safe, and the swimmers came over and knocked on the window. Then I knew that we were home.
John Scott, Fox News.
The Justice Department has a grand jury in New York investigating State Attorney General Letitia James for depriving President Trump of his civil rights with her fraud case against him after his first term in office.
While the Justice Department investigation is in its early stages, federal prosecutors have subpoenaed James for documents. A spokesperson for the New York State Attorney General says any weaponization of the Justice Department should disturb every American, and the office stands strongly behind the successful litigation against the Trump Organization. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
President Trump right now is with the leaders of Armenia and Azerbaijan at the White House as they commit to a peace deal ending a sometimes brutal conflict that started in the late 1980s.
He revealed on Truth Social that he got these two countries to the table through trade. He posted this, quote, "Many leaders have tried to end the war with no success until now, thanks to Trump. My administration has been engaged with both sides for quite some time. The United States will also sign bilateral agreements with both countries to pursue economic opportunities together so we can fully unlock the potential of the South Caucasus region."
Fox Jackie Heinrich at the White House. Trump administration, meantime, wants $1 billion from UCLA to settle claims of civil rights violations against Jewish students and have federal research funding restored. America's listening to Fox News.
Born on America's darkest day of 9/11, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation has been helping America's heroes ever since. People who put their lives on the line for our country and our communities need your help now more than ever. Join Tunnel to Towers on its mission to do good in their honor. Never forget 9/11 or the sacrifices of this country's heroes and their families. Show your support. Donate $11 a month at T2T.org. That's T2T.org.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway, because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Oh, I'm loving angels instead. When I'm feeling weak and my pain walks down a one-way street. And I know I'll always be blessed with love.
Kind of like the music here, I have to say.
And as the feeling grows,
Which is weird because I don't really like this kind of stuff.
You know how we know you're gay?
Well, let me finish the story. On this day in 2002, Britain's biggest undertaker's funeral services reported that bereaved families preferred pop songs to hymns at funerals. Pop songs over hymns at funerals. Top of the list, Wind Beneath My Wings by Bette Midler.
Oh, you're kidding.
I swear to God, that's what
I'd
they
come
said.
back and kill you from the grave.
2002, I would wake up in that bar. Other songs include Angels by Robbie Williams, My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. They reported an unusual choice. Again, this funeral directors with songs families wanted to hear. Other choices include Another One Bites the Dust by Queen and Wake Me Up Before You Go by Wham. Yeah. Now, what's this song here? I don't even know what this is.
This is
Chris?
Angels by Robin Williams.
Angel Robbie Williams. Okay, there you go. It's kind of a, it's got a rolling beat. Those rolling beat songs I kind of get caught up in.
Rolling beat?
Well, it has a momentum to it. It's like it's like it flowing. It's a.
Okay. Whatever floats your boat.
I know, that's the thing. And our birthday list, let's pick a birthday here. Keith Carradine's birthday. Not the one who hanged himself trying to do a hunga.
David.
Keith Carradine is 76. He was known for Nashville, also Deadwood, and he was in Dexter.
He was Wild Bill Hickok.
That's right.
In there, and I tell you what, I saw Keith Carradine on Broadway in the Will Rogers Follies.
He was known for that too.
Spectacular.
In fact, I think he was known more really as an actor, a live actor.
He could
stage
sing,
actor.
he could dance. It was amazing.
He had a hit song. He had a very, very talented guy.
He'd come out. He'd play Will Rogers, and every day they'd rewrite his opening, his monologue. He would come out with the New York Times or the Post or whatever, and he would riff on whatever headlines were in there.
Yeah.
Every day it was different.
If you read his bio, I was looking up when it was a history thing with a birthday thing. I mean, he's really got an amazing biography, but a lot of people don't have any idea, I don't think, that he was such a stage actor and a singer.
Mm-hmm.
Very talented guy. Let's see. Mr. Phone did a little bad thing with the camera, and I don't like it. There we go. On this day in 1964, the President of the United States addresses the nation. See, when I point like this, it means to play the... See, if I point, it means...
If you told him you were going to do that...
America needs a full-time president and a full-time Congress, particularly at this time with problems we face at home and abroad.
Well, yeah.
To continue to fight through the months ahead for my personal vindication would almost totally absorb the time and attention of both the president and the Congress in a period when our entire focus should be on the great issues of peace abroad and prosperity without inflation at home. Therefore, I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow. Vice President Ford will be sworn in as president at that hour in this office.
And by taking this action, he wants to hasten the start of the process of healing and da-da-da-da-da. Nixon officially ended his term at noon the next day. And then the famous video of him on that helicopter with a family departing the White House lawn. He smiled in his horribly strained smile way and enigmatically raised his arms in either victory or a peace salute or both, or who knows what it was. The door on the chopper closed. The family began their journey back home to San Clemente. And then eventually President Ford, taking the oath of office, said, "My fellow Americans, our long national nightmare is over."
And that's where that meme comes from. Our long national nightmare is over.
That's where it came from. Anyway, 408, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230. Oh. Did you talk to Chris about the sound?
I did. He wasn't able to find it.
Oh, my God.
Let's see if I can find it and send it to you.
It's on my phone.
All right, let me see if I can see it.
Didn't you email? Was that you or Flounder texted it?
Both of us, probably.
But it's on your phone. We can play it off the phone.
Well, let me look at it.
Anyway, a reason we're going to talk. Let's do this story now. You're not going to do it. Are you going to do it in sports?
I was, but I won't now.
Well, you should do it. No, well, we should do it both. Let's do a little bit now. Well, let's see.
We'll talk about it now. Go ahead.
Yeah. There's something going on in the world of women's sports, ladies and gentlemen. And this is kind of an adult subject, but we'll do it in a hopefully a pleasant and sweet, comical way. That nowadays, lately, more than once, at women's basketball tournaments, is it strictly the WNBA pros? Or
it was. It's now growing.
Okay, here we go. Pete Davis, if you could update us on the flying buzz objects that are swarming now the center court of women's basketball court.
Another night, another sex cylinder thrown on the court.
Oh, boy.
At another Atlanta Dream game, this time Chicago, game halted by a sex toy tossed on the hardwood.
Oh, boy.
And I would tell you who won, but I don't care. A self-described cryptocurrency enthusiast told ESPN that he is part of a group that has orchestrated recent sex toy stunts that has disrupted at least 3 or 4 WNBA games in the last week or so.
There's a group doing it?
Yeah. Spoke on condition of anonymity on a video conference. The stunts are meant to market a crypto coin that they've created.
Oh, please.
The man uses Lieutenant Daldo Rain as his username on X.
Daldo?
Daldo Rain. It's literally Brad Pitt's character in the movie Inglourious Bastards. Daldo Rain.
No, it's Aldo, not. Oh, they call it Daldo like Dildo, but his name is Aldo Ray.
Yeah. He kept his camera off, refused to give his name. He shared a green sex toy meme with the caption, "Dildo Warrior practicing his throw." Hours before it actually happened. So he was predicting it was going to happen.
Yeah.
According to Google Trends, there has been a 3,700% increase in the U.S. search interest on green dildo since July 29th. One betting website has created markets allowing users to bet on when another toss will happen and what color it will be.
Oh, my God, you can bet on it.
During the Marlins-Astros game in Miami Wednesday, a woman sitting behind home plate held up a green sex toy.
Oh, my goodness. You know, frankly, I think it's a shame that it's now a scheme to raise money for crypto coins. I thought it was
capitalism.
I thought it was, I'm happy for the guy, but I was hoping that it was more of a comment on women's sports or equality or Sydney Sweeney. I mean, I wanted it to be a thing about women and prettiness and sexuality and something as a modern day protest of the wokeness and that kind of crap.
I don't know, sir. But it looks like a giant dick.
Whoops. Well, we can't just leave it there, Chris. Well, Chris is playing here. There's a montage of people interrupting each other as they describe various
Austin
objects
Powers
that are coming in the Austin Powers movie. Now, do we have the whole thing?
Is that it?
Play from the beginning?
Yeah.
I'll play the whole thing.
All right, here's Austin Powers now talking. Again, there's people describing, talking to each other and then being interrupted and going to the next conversation. So here we go.
What is it, son? I don't know, sir. But it looks like a giant dick.
Yeah.
Take a look out of starboard. Oh, my God. It looks like a huge...
Pecker!
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's not a woodpecker. It looks like someone's...
Privates! We have reports of an unidentified flying object. It is a long, smooth shaft, complete with 2 balls.
What is that? That looks just like an enormous...
Wang, pay attention.
I was distracted by that enormous flying...
Willie.
Yeah. What's that?
Well, it looks like a giant...
Johnson. Yes, sir. What is it?
Aye, sir.
Wayne. No offense.
Oh, mercy. Anyway, it's now, I feel bad. I'm happy for those guys, but I feel kind of bad that it's not a thing. It's a commercial enterprise, and I just think that's too bad.
I think it's people commenting on the fact that a WNBA game is unwatchable.
Yeah. And by the way, the guys before us, I think we're talking about how, now the women basketball girls are demanding more money.
They owe money to the NBA.
The fact of the matter, he gave I forgot the exact statistic. I was driving so I didn't write it down. But the figures were something like the WNBA increased its earnings by something like $100 million when Caitlin Clark got involved. Mm-hmm. Arenas that have her team as a visiting team showing up in other home arenas have to go to bigger arenas when she shows up because they sell too many tickets. So pretty much every other stadium that has her team visiting has to go to a bigger stadium because she draws all those crowds. All the credit goes to her. The credit for them making an extra $100 million to the WNBA goes to her, and yet they're still losing money. By the millions of dollars, they're still losing money.
This year will be the first time ever where they turn a profit.
Well, there you are. But anything is because of that girl, and the more they can do to attack her, the more they do.
They have allowed her to be beaten to the point she couldn't play in the All-Star game. She hasn't played much since the All-Star game. She's hurt because they've let the thugs beat up on her. They don't really. She is the Red Grange.
Yeah.
College football was bigger than the NFL, and they hired Red Grange basically and paid him a lot of money to turn the NFL into something people wanted to see. She is Red Grange.
Yeah. She's Tiger Woods, for God's sake.
Tiger Woods, Wayne Gretzky.
Seriously.
She makes everybody watch.
Yeah. I mean, and the way they've treated her, it's just hood
It's
rat
racism
stuff.
is why they're treating her like that. They hate white girls.
Yeah. That's real.
She's not a lesbian.
Yeah.
Let's face it. That's what it is. She's a white, straight girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a league that's 80% lesbian.
Yeah. And she was never like a show-off or a loudmouth or a political activist or something from when she was in college or anything. She was well known, but I don't think anybody ever said anything bad about her.
Sophie Cunningham is kind of taking a little bit of her spotlight because someone needs to step forward.
She's that tall blonde.
You can name three people: Angel Reese, Sophie Cunningham, and Caitlin Clark. Name me another WNBA player.
Paige Beckers.
I knew he would do that.
Well, he's
Breanna Stewart.
Do you actually watch WNBA?
No, but these are the biggest names and the superstars in it.
I've never heard of
Asia Wilson.
I've never heard of her.
Never heard of it.
Asia Wilson's the reigning MVP, I believe.
Never heard of her.
Oh, my, I don't have any idea about
Never heard of her. She might as well be playing NHL hockey.
Oh, my. Well, okay.
Who watches that anymore?
No, everything's good. Kimber Pete and Chris is in for Flounder.
Or Atlanta United could play with her.
Oh,
them.
Mercy.
What happened to them?
Yeah.
They play in Atlanta.
Only Arthur Blank could screw that up. You had the most exciting team going in sports, all the sports. The Atlanta United filling up that stadium. That's all anyone could talk about. Win it, go to a championship game, win it the next year, and then fall off the face of the planet.
Yeah.
I think part of it is the newness of the team died down, so that hype of everyone
They
going.
started losing. They hired a Dutch. They were the most exciting team. They scored goals, and they hired a Dutch coach who was a defensive-minded.
They changed their attitude.
And no one wanted to see that.
Yeah, on the field. Yeah. Well,
and he ran their best player out of town. What was his name? The guy scored all the goals.
Martinez, I believe is his last name. I don't know what his first name is.
Joseph.
Yes.
Joseph Martinez. He got hurt, and all of a sudden, he's gone.
Well, I don't like it. I'm telling you, run him in right now.
No, sir, I don't like it.
416, Kimber Pete and Chris. We'll be back.
He's a WNBA fan. He's lying to it.
That guy right now.
It's time for the Bortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
Okay, the Queen and I have been married for 52 years, and we knew each other rather well for a couple of years before that. So in that time, I've learned how to really make her mad. And there's one word that does it. Well, actually, it's an acronym. Now, I got to tell you, Donna is a very elio-mercenary person. Look it up if you didn't go to a state school. The one word that will get on Donna's nerves like none other is FEMA. We're having an argument. I want to win it. I'll just look at her and say, FEMA, and she turns and stomps away. Donna worked Red Cross after Hurricane Katrina. Very long days taking care of refugees. She knows what a complete loser FEMA is and has been. But here's something that popped up in the news, a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago, that you may have forgotten. After some recent hurricanes in Florida, by recent I mean last year, a FEMA supervisor in Florida, her name was Marnie Washington, that's MARN''I. She instructed FEMA workers when they were going to neighborhoods to find somebody that might need help after the hurricane, instructed them to skip any houses that had a Trump campaign side in their yard. That's right. If they were Trump voters, FEMA would bypass them and not offer them aid and assistance in Florida. It was part of a Biden-ordered effort to build up Democrat votes before the election. Stroke and pet people who seem like they're going to vote Democrat and ignore the Republicans. Marnie with an apostrophe was eventually fired, and FEMA was exposed for what it is, a voter outreach project by the Democrats. An entire busload of FEMA workers is not worth one good Red Cross volunteer, like my wife. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
Storms, heat, humidity, your home takes a beating down south. Southern Exteriors was built for this. Now they're offering 10% off any job or 12 months, 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug. I know the team at Southern Exteriors personally. They do things the right way. Roofing, siding, windows, gutters, anything to the exterior of your home, they do it all. Call Southern Exteriors today or visit them on the web. It's 877-9-SOUTHERN and southernexteriors.co.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. So when we go through days or weeks of volatility in the market, Sean, it's hard to know what to do. What can you tell us?
The biggest thing is don't panic or make immediate decisions with your money. Take those emotional concerns out of the middle of it. You know, look, markets cycle regularly. Market corrections and bear markets are a normal part of the cycle. They're just part of the plan that are going to be accounted for. If you feel nervous when you read the headlines about big drops in the market, you might not know enough about how your money is positioned. That's why it's important to get the right guidance on a financial plan for your retirement.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
All right, so now's the time to start, folks. Looking ahead and identifying if you have too much risk in your portfolio. That's the first thing. We have a helpful little resource for our listeners today. We call it the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get it today by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement, plus guides on major topics like investments, Social Security, income planning, taxes, and so forth of the key components of retirement. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire Happy Framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework to you right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Firm does not provide tax services.
A company that has been trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years has already done their hometown homework, like having the very best people, fair, honest pricing, exceptional customer service, and a focus on high-quality work. That's us. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Sometimes new isn't better, like out-of-town home improvement companies invading Atlanta with their inflated pricing and subpar work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
Calling all contractors. This is Devin Stovall, Stovall & Company, and we're here for you. We're a third-generation, family-owned and operated company for 75 years and just opened our 11th location in Canton on 9500 Union Hill Road. We're proud to provide your wholesale irrigation, nursery, and landscape supply needs. How do you envision your dream outdoor space for you or your customers? We're here to fulfill them all. We all take pride in special requests and shipping right to your job site. Here at Stovall, we have it all. Check us out at StovallINC.com.
Look out.
You show us everything you've got. You keep on dancing and the room gets hot. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy.
It was 96, Kiss appeared at Riverfront Coliseum in Cincinnati on their 192-date Alive World Tour. During the show in 1996, a fan threw his fake leg on stage, so all the members of Kiss signed it and threw it back to him. Seems about right. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Our birthday list includes one of the great sex symbols of all time from the 1960s, Connie Stevens.
Oh, yeah. Good-looking one.
Connie Stevens is 87. She was something of a singer, too. She had that sweet, come love me voice, 16 Reasons Why I Love the Way You Love Me. I think she did those.
She was in the Beach movies with Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello.
Yeah. Connie Stevens, 87 years old. And I think, was she in the one... Beachwood, what was something, Sunset Strip, 77 Sunset Strip or something with Kooky.
77 Sunset Strip. Was that her?
77 Sunset Strip, Kooky, show me your comb. Remember that song came out of, I think that was her. Connie Stevens or some hot blonde. I think it was Connie Stevens anyway. So birthday time. And she's 87. And on this day, and I remember this very well, on this day in 1960, the novelty song, Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini, written by Paul Vance and Lee Pockris, made the #1 spot on the Billboard chart on this day in 1960. Now, you've probably, have you ever heard that song, Chris?
Yes, of course I've heard that song.
I mean, you could say everybody pretty much has heard that and knows that song, right? For one reason or another. But here's the thing about it. I know it's a silly little song, but again, we're talking 1960. Besides becoming a huge hit, Brian Hyland's song changed the world. At the time, the bikini had not been accepted worldwide at all. This song is credited as to being a huge influence on the acceptance of girls saying, what the hell, we're all talking about it. I don't mind being shy and coming out of the thing to get in the water wearing a bikini on the beach. Sales of the swimwear of the bikini grew spectacularly after the song's release, and surf movies became huge, and they were all wearing bikinis. And it was because of this song in 1960.
Good for him.
I was, 12 or, no, it couldn't have been 40, 50, yeah, it was like 14 or so, whatever. I mean, unbelievable. And again, was that silly song, Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny. Kimmer Pete and Chris in for Flounder, who will be back on Monday. Oh, and by the way, should we talk about the Sydney Sweeney thing? I guess we can. This is another thing. And by the way, Sydney Sweeney is now popping up on my phone, and like every 5 minutes, there's a new angle of Sydney Sweeney. So I think that's great for her. I'm thrilled for her because this has only got to be good news for money and stardom and whatever she wants to do with her life.
She needs a hit movie because she hasn't had one yet.
Well, but
really.
I can only imagine that everybody in the world's trying to contact her agent saying we want to put her in this.
It's Hollywood. They hate conservatives.
Well, but they also like money. And so, I don't care whether you're liberal or anything. They're going to say, "Oh my God, Sydney Sweeney's the new it girl."
She is. We got
to get her with. I mean, hell, the Gene. I mean, I can't believe that they are just. Maybe they are hounding her to see who's going to be in the next project. But anyway, here's another. Now, here's another. Pete Davis. We heard this on our show before us this morning, and apparently now this is on social media. There's a new nickname for Sydney Sweeney, and you recall the whole controversy began when her commercial came out for the jeans, and the liberals and the white women educated in public schools,
ugly fat women,
somehow said that she therefore is representing Hitler because the good genes means that they wanted to get rid of all the black people and only have genes of people who were,
which was a liberal idea.
Yeah, it's a totally liberal idea. Anyway, so that's where the whole Nazi thing about you representing the Nazi
eugenics,
the eugenic thing like that. So now the new nickname.
Why are you looking at me? For me to say it.
Sydney Sweeney.
You're saying it. Clay Travis said it.
Clay Travis said it. The new nickname. The new nickname for Sydney Sweeney is Adolf Hitler. And I'm telling you, and I think this is freaking hysterical.
And there is an Adolf Hitler,
and there is one on the internet, media.
On Twitter.
That's his handle. His or her handle. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl, man or woman. But again, that's the new now. This is unbelievable. Who ever heard of? This is. I'm trying to think of another moment.
It's backfired on them, too. They went to attack her, and it's just made her more famous.
It made her more famous and popular. And by
American
the way,
Eagle.
And her attitude, I mean, I don't really know her attitude, which I think is perfect. She's kind of staying out of it, just riding the wave. And I mean, it's not like she's had to, do news conferences. She's been very quiet. She's
very
just
smart.
Brilliant. She doesn't need to do anything except keep popping up and keep throwing her pictures.
If I'm her, I'm staying on the beach at Saint-Tropez.
Take another vacation.
Yeah. Goodbye.
She's got nothing to do but hang around. I mean, and I love the fact that it stuck those liberals right in the freaking neck that they tried to ruin her and ruin conservatives, and now the Oklahoma sorority girls videos are making names.
Texas girls are doing
Texas girls, and they're all. And I'm telling you, I looked at these videos and I laugh and I think, God, they're so beautiful, and I wish I were young again because I want to, hug them all. It's a happiness and the joy of youth and
America's back.
American culture and red, white, and blue, and these sorority girls are now competing to get members and the pledging classes of the freshmen by doing patriotic stuff with red, white, and blue banners, and we love. I mean, it's unbelievable.
It's okay to be black. It's okay to be brown. It's okay to be Asian. It's okay to be white again.
Yeah.
It's okay. All lives matter.
Yeah, how about who you are? And again, the guy who got fired for saying all lives matter.
Grant Napier.
Grant was on the guys before us for like an hour. Again, that comeback story is another thing saying, that's another good sign.
All he said was all lives mattered, and they tried to destroy his life.
I will never forget when I saw, it was somebody in Missouri, I think. It was a guy running during the presidential campaign, and it was a white candidate. God, I'm sorry, I can't remember who. One of the governors from somewhere running for president during the early primary times. And he was at a forum, and it was mostly black. And one of the women on the panel said, "Will you commit now to saying that black lives matter?" And he said, "Of course they matter. All lives matter." And they booed the crap out of him, and he later apologized.
Yeah, pussy.
I can't remember who it was. I want to say Governor of Missouri or somebody. I can't remember what it was, but he actually...
Mayor of Minneapolis, maybe?
Maybe, I don't remember, but it was somebody and he had to apologize.
No, he didn't.
For saying he thought he had to apologize to make it better, to get votes by apologizing for saying all lives matter. Have you ever heard of such nonsense?
Yeah.
And thank God.
5 years ago.
8 years, that's been going on, yeah. Since George Floyd.
It's time to stand up and tell them to go blank themselves.
We're not doing that anymore. Yeah.
You don't control my speech.
Sorry, pal. That's over. You lost. 4:31. Kimber Pete and Christopher Flounder. And did we ever do what we were going to do?
No, we didn't do a game.
We didn't do a game. Okay, it's coming
Tease
up.
another game.
I swear to God. We have till 6. That's probably coming up. It's possible. It's possible.
Love having a true conservative news and talk station in Atlanta? Then spread the word. Tell your family and friends to download the Extra 106.3 app and stream The Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Atlanta's biggest lineup of conservative voices.
Back to school means back to traffic in Atlanta. If traffic mishaps land you in trouble with the law, it's important to know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds. We handle bonds from local to federal for any jail in any city. And in most cases, we can have you or your loved one out in a matter of hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT. Or online at atlbail.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's here to tell you about a new company that is changing the way people buy their next pre-owned car or truck. At The Honest Car Guy, they offer a completely transparent way to purchase a vehicle. You pay what he pays, plus a small honest fee. You can choose any make or model. He will search the country for the best deal out there. He'll handle the paperwork, your trade-in, shipping, and even give you the bill of sale. Friends, I've done the research, and this is a buying process that you can trust. Call 844-SHOW-ME1 or visit online at honestcarguy.com.
Hey, Atlanta's Mark from the Safe House. I have a question for you. Am I the only person pissed off with the mainstream
fake news liberal judges
And whiny liberal politicians.
who don't realize why Donald Trump is president, and fake safes. And you may wonder why fake safes. Well, a fake safe is like Joe Biden, cheap and ineffective. A real safe from Atlanta Safe House is like Donald Trump, tough, effective, and provides peace of mind when you need it the most. So drop by Atlanta Safe House and check out the largest selection of safes in the Southeast and see what a real safe looks like. So go to AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Millions of guys suffer from erectile dysfunction. That's 1 in 3 men. And I can tell you, I'm one of them.
If you or someone you know suffers from ED, Peyronie's disease, or PE, here's 38-year emergency room doctor and founder of Total Body Therapy of Georgia, Dr. Eric Deal.
Patients who enter my office are often frustrated, hopeless, depressed, and embarrassed. I understand the problem, and I'm going to help you fix it. We provide testosterone replacement therapy, the P-shot, and treatment for ED, PE, and Peyronie's disease. There's not just one therapy that can solve these complex issues. When you visit our clinic, you're going to see me. I'll do a complete history and physical prior to any treatment that we use. Take it from me, Dr. Deal. When it's not hard, it's really hard.
Call Dr. Deal for your free one-on-one evaluation and resolve your ED, Peyronie's, or PE issues. 404-777-1911. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. 404-777-1911. Online at tbtofga.com.
Modular and offsite construction is booming. If you're an architect, building engineer, supplier, developer, or contractor, you can't miss the Offsite Construction Summit, returning to the International Convention Center in Atlanta on August 19th. With the rising cost of traditional building, modular and offsite construction is changing the way companies build housing, retail, healthcare, restaurants, and more. So don't miss the Offsite Construction Summit on August 19th. This is your opportunity to create new business and learn from the industry's best. Register today at offsiteconstructionnetwork.com. That's offsiteconstructionnetwork.com.
Extra 1063 personalities aren't afraid to tell it like it is.
Without Donald Trump, nothing that's going on would be happening right now. Donald Trump is changing the world.
And you'll never hear us spew that violent rhetoric from the left. So don't be afraid to tell it like it is, because we're happy to have you as part of the Extra community.
I particularly like Donald Trump's actions in getting illegal aliens the hell out of this country.
Extra 1063 and the Extra app.
Snap. Snap. Snap.
What are you doing?
I don't know. On this day, 1992.
Have you snapped?
Snap began a 6-week run at number 1, mister, on the British singles chart with the Rhythm is a Dancer, the dance group's second and last number 1, also a top 5 American hit.
Never heard this song.
Never heard this song. By Snap?
Never.
As group, it was a number 5, top 5 hit in America, 1992. All right, let's listen in a second.
Where was I in 1992?
I kind of... Chris, do you remember this song? Well, you were a kid. You were about 2.
So I don't remember this original version of the song, but I have heard multiple remixes of the song that are much better than this version.
Wow. Now, this is whiny and horrible. Snap, anyway. Rhythm is a Dancer. It's a dance group that did it. Anyway, by the way, thank you, Sandra. Kimber Babe Sandra called in and said, I was thinking, I told her it was a guy with a state starting with M. I thought it was...
Same state.
Yes, Maryland. She said it was a guy from Maryland.
Missouri, Maryland.
A Democrat running for president, and he actually made the mistake telling the panel, yes, all lives matter, and they attacked him, booed him, and he apologized. And I thought, you freaking... your chances of winning anything are over. And, of course, they were. Anyway, to the phones. Lori, you're on the radio. Happy Let It Rip Friday. Lori, how you doing? What's up?
Hey, guys. Happy Friday.
Hi, sweetie. What's happening?
I have 2 things.
All right.
First thing, I'm going to respond to people that get whatever they call, that they degrade them for not saying what they want to and then come back and apologize.
Yeah, phony apologies and so forth, yeah.
You know, I was raised, if you stand on your morals, screw you. I don't have to apologize. This is what I believe. Everything matters. Everybody matters.
Yeah.
You know, it kills me that people can't stand on their faith of what they believe.
Yeah. I mean, the only way that sort of, I mean, if I know I'm saying something that I know deliberately is going to hurt somebody's feelings, then
that's right.
I'll
apologize.
Yeah. Then
but
you say,
if I don't, no, I'm standing.
Yeah.
Also,
but even
I love.
Yeah, but even one more. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make the point was the other thing is if I know I'm going to offend somebody, I might say I'm sorry if you're offended. I feel bad that you're offended, but I'm not changing. I mean, I'm not going to change my mind, and I'm going to say what I need to say. But if you're offended, I feel bad for you. But I'm not apologizing for what I say. But I feel badly if you get hurt by it. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lori. What do you got?
Sorry, she's gone.
She's gone. Oh, she hung up.
Lori, I'd like to apologize for Kimmer talking all over you there.
I didn't. I couldn't hear. I thought she stopped.
You
and I
begged
stopped
for calls,
I know.
and then you talk all over them.
We do have one more caller. Rick the Painter's on.
Oh, Rick the Painter.
Well, Rick the Painter, you're on the radio, and I'm going to stop talking. What's up?
Hey, Kimmer. Hey, happy Let It Rip Friday, brother. Hey, it's going to be winter real soon. Yeah, it's going to be winter anytime here.
I'm sorry. Whoa.
You're still talking over it.
Hold on. All right, we got to start all over again. Rick the Painter, welcome aboard. And what's up, Rick? How you going?
Hey, Kimmer.
Yeah.
Happy Let It Rip Friday.
Yeah.
Hey, but anyway, it's going to be winter in no time, and Pete's going to be up there in the mountains making real soon, making snowmen and snowballs.
Snowballs, yeah.
Hey, but anyway, what does a snowman eat for breakfast?
What does a snowman eat for breakfast? Golly,
Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes, because they're frosted because like the cold of the weather of the temperature.
Happy Let It Rip Friday.
Thank you, Rick the Painter.
I was trying to make a little extra money.
Yeah.
So I went for an interview at IKEA.
Yeah.
Manager greeted me by saying, "Come in, make a seat."
Hey, you got to make a Yeah, if you can fit this dresser in your car, you're welcome to take it home. Piece by piece. Anyway, our birthday list today includes Dustin Hoffman, 88.
Damn.
Years old.
Before we got Lori back.
Oh, we got Lori. I'm sorry, Lori. I talked all over you, sweet girl. You're on the radio once again. Welcome back. What's up? What did we miss out?
Okay. The reason I call back is I just want to say every time you talk about the Marines, I tell you I'm a military family. I'm the last one out of 9, 5 boys, 3 girls.
Oh, wow.
My oldest brother is Army. And he will snap your neck at any time. But my brother Earl is a Marine, and you remind me of him because he's loving, but don't cross him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's carrying, but he's just my oldest brother. He'll snap your neck.
Well, yeah, him in what division?
I would love for them to go to Parris Island, those that join in, and really get it like it used to be.
Yeah,
that's going to tell who. I hear all the stories.
Yeah.
My oldest brother's Vietnam, which is your age, I'm assuming, and my one under him is right under you, Earl, that was in the Marines, but he didn't do Vietnam.
Yeah.
But it's
Too
just
bad.
Amazing of how. I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
I love y'all, and I thank y'all for serving us.
Thanks, sweetie. You're very kind, Lori. Thank you so much.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You're very sweet. About 441.
See what a wonderful call that is when you allow the caller to
let him talk. I mean, that's the, somebody should have told me. Dirty
I'm surprised Bort hasn't come in here and slugged you.
I think he knows better. Pretty sure.
There we go.
441. All right, hold it. Should we do this? Hold on a second. I think Chris
it's actually going to happen.
Plug your magic twanger here in a second. Plus, we have tweets coming up, and I got about 10 Babylon Bee things I've been saving too that are pretty. I mean, I love those. I mean, those guys are so freaking clever. You have a little cowabunga here, there, Chris. There you go. Now we're talking. Johnny Olson, who's our next contestant on Price is Right here.
All right, you and Chris both get to play here. All
right.
You get 3 strikes.
Yeah.
There are 9 states out of the 50 that have more cows than people.
9 out of the 50.
Montana.
Montana is one of them, so Chris has got one.
Wow.
So now it's your turn, Kimmer. Montana's one of them.
North Dakota.
You are correct, sir. North Dakota. Ball's in your court.
South Dakota.
Yes, South Dakota. That's correct, sir.
Wyoming.
Let me look here. Yes, Wyoming is one of them.
That's
We're down to
4.
just 5 left.
Idaho.
Yes, Idaho. 4 left.
Now we're getting interesting here.
More cows than people. 9 states. We've named not 5 of them.
Wow. You know, I'm going to take a guess here and say New Mexico. Crap.
That's 1 strike for Kimmer.
Crap.
Iowa.
Iowa's correct, sir. Iowa's correct.
You're beginning to be a pain in the ass, you know.
He's better than Flounder at this.
Bastard. All right, Arizona.
Strike 2.
Yeah,
and then you got 3 states left.
And now it really gets hard.
Yeah, excuse me? That's what she said.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Wow.
Kimmer, if you strike out, you lose.
Well, how about more cows than people? Oregon. Crap.
And Chris wins.
All right, what are the others?
All right, the others are Nebraska, Kansas, and Oklahoma.
Well, I didn't think about those.
Surprising, Oklahoma, because Oklahoma has Tulsa and Oklahoma City.
I even thought Oklahoma, but I was like, there's no way. There has to be more people in Oklahoma.
They've got 3 pretty good seasons. Yeah, and 3,
Yeah. I mean, the colleges alone.
Tulsa and Oklahoma City are not small towns. They got an NBA team.
Yeah, that's surprising. Huh, I'll be damned. Well, that's kind of cool. Kimmer Pete, Christopher Flounder, 444, 404-741-1230. Oh, I got an interesting little history thing here I thought you might enjoy. This is, as music fans, was on this day in 1975, Hank Williams Jr., the singer, was climbing Ajax Mountain in Montana when he fell 442 feet.
Face first.
He had to do constructive surgery on his face. He had to relearn how to talk and relearn how to sing. 1975, Hank Williams Jr., the accident happened a month after recording his breakthrough album, Hank Williams Jr. and Friends, which would be released later that year. A month after he did his breakthrough album, he broke his face falling 400 feet down a mountain.
That's why he wears a beard.
Yeah.
And I think Richard Thomas played him in the movie about that. John Boy Walton. I think played him in the movie.
It's very possible. Very possible. Anyway.
That song he did, that was one of the first cool things. Nat King Cole, what's her name? Natalie Cole?
Yeah.
Did a duet with her dead father of a song.
Right.
And he did one, There's a Tear in My Beer, with his dad. That was fantastic.
Yeah. Stuff like that is going to be commonplace now. Everything.
I just showed you a British parody. Basically, the British like to have a caravan, which we call RVs. They have their caravans. And they had an AI of some reporters going into a caravan camp and interviewing the RVers while stuff is going on behind them.
Bombs exploding, fires going off.
Funny stuff's going on. It's all fake.
It was like live TV, a live shot TV of take it now live to the so-and-so. And it's all made up.
Yeah.
The woman doing reporting,
there's
action.
One with the pineapple on his shirt saying, you should come by. And he goes, I don't think so later. Because they're swingers with the pineapple and everything.
Swinger, go to Publix with the pineapple. Get the pineapple section anyway. God, if I had a dime for every time, well, never mind. 440.
Every time you've been to Publix.
Every time I thought about it.
Swinging?
Every time what's a pineapple for? 446.
Well, turn it upside down and find out.
Yeah. As long as you don't give me don't give me the eggplant, lady. 446. I gotta go. You're killing me.
Extra 106.3 app is your live connection to the station, streaming free across Georgia. But it's also loaded with all our original shows and podcasts. Listen to exclusive shows from Janelle King, Ben Burnett, and so many more. Grab the Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
Hey, it's Flounder here. And this month at Solomon Brothers Jewelers, we're celebrating love with a full month dedicated to the trend-setting, award-winning designs of Gnome Carver and Crown Ring, two of the most iconic names in bridal jewelry. Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or wedding bands, we've got the largest selection in Atlanta. Special offers all month long, and every piece is backed by our low price guarantee. Even on Gnome Carter's latest Luna collection featuring a patented pillow comfort interior. And here's something you don't want to miss. Wedding Band Weekend is happening August 15th through 17th for 3 days only. Buy one wedding band, get one half off on all wedding bands in the store. It's the perfect time to find your forever rings. Come see us on Peachtree Road in Buckhead, on Old Milton Parkway in Alpharetta, or on Fisher Crossings Drive, Sharpsburg. And you can always shop online at SolomonBrothers.com and click Book Appointment for your private consultation with one of our expert jewelers.
You upgrade your phone, you upgrade your wardrobe, even your lawn. So why not upgrade the part of your home that actually protects your family? Southern Exteriors specializes in roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and they're making it easier than ever before with 10% off any job or 12 months of 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I know the folks at Southern Exteriors. They show up, they do it right, and they stand behind their work. Call them today, 877-9-SOUTHERN, or visit southernexteriors.co.
Hey, Georgia neighbors, it's time to expect more from your Medicare Advantage. Discover Sonder Health's custom plans tailored just for Georgians. Saunders offers unique benefits, including special plans for those living with chronic conditions. Some plans even come with grocery or gas benefits to support your overall well-being. Sonder Health makes it easy to get the coverage you need. See for yourself what today's Medicare Advantage can do for you. Visit SonderHealthPlans.com, a healthier state of life. Sonder Health Plans is an HMO and PPO with Medicare contracts. Enrollment in Sonder Health Plans depends on contract renewal.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We are a family-owned, operated, independent local company. We have over 15 years of artificial grass design, installation, and sales experience. From premium artificial lawns and backyards, custom putting greens, sports fields, hardscape, drainage. We do both residential and commercial. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. Okay, you're driving along. Suddenly you hear that horrible sound of metal and crunching. It's an accident. Even if it's a little minor fender bender, man, that could be a nightmare. First, obviously, take care of yourself. But before you make a deal with an insurance company or anybody else, call David Van Sant with Van Sant Law. You know why? Because he used to work for the insurance company, so he knows how to get the right settlement and right away. Van Sant Law. Don't forget, if you don't get paid, they don't get paid. Protecting your interests. Insurance is great, but it's complicated. 855-GA-INJURY or vansantlaw.com.
Now we slow it down here.
Ladies' choice right here. I'll be sitting on the sideline over the area by myself. Honey, I'm home. The darkened stairway.
Crickets. Well, leave the light on.
In fact, I'm going to record myself going home, but open the garage door and going inside and say, honey, I'm home, to nothing.
Why would you leave the light off? How depressing.
No, it's darkened, no lights. I've never heard this song either. I don't think. This is Madonna.
Never heard it.
I don't think I've ever heard the song. In 1992, Madonna went to #1 in America's singles chart with This Used to Be My Playground. Was that what we're playing now, Chris? This sounds like somebody else says, there's another song sounds like this was kind of a hit. Can't think of what it was. Madonna. Used to Be My Playground. #3 hit in Britain. It was taken from the film A League of Their Own. I do not remember that either. Madonna. Okay. Oh, by the way, we had a very nice lady, a guy called in to say, I wish he'd stayed on the phone. The guy called in to say the movie we were thinking of was Living Proof. What were we thinking of? What movie were we thinking of?
We're talking about Hank Williams Jr.'s movie.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
with
right.
John Boyd.
It was Living Proof, and the guy who called in told Chris that he was an extra in the movie. Hey, people! I mean, come on, you're killing me here. If you had like a funny bucket list thing, if you were in a movie, I want to hear about it. What was it like? What would do you sit around? Did you get a thing? Was it ad lib? Was it a script? Did you get paid? Meet stars? I mean, come on, you're killing me here. If you have, it's just radio. If you have like a funny thing or an interesting thing, that's what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. God.
Seriously. And it keeps us from having to work.
Yeah, I don't have to say anything.
Well, you will.
Well,
you'll talk all over.
While you're talking, sure, but it saves me from actually having to think about what I'm saying. Anyway, Madonna. Our birthday list includes Robin Quivers. The former Howard Stern sidekick, Robin Quivers, is 73.
She's no longer with him?
What did I say?
You said
she
former.
No. Oh, no. Howard Stern's former sidekick.
Oh, she's no longer with him. That's why I asked. You said former.
I don't think she's been with him for years.
You know that's a wig he wears, right? He looks like an old man without that wig. That's a stupid wig he wears.
I haven't seen
Robert
Robert Stern's
hip.
picture in years. Honestly, I don't know what he looks like.
Such a creep.
Well, he turned into such a jerk.
Well, he became a shill for the Democrats, basically.
Yeah, he tossed it. He lost it.
Someone had a good point the other day. It was going around the internet. He didn't really become woke. He realized, because he did the blackface, he's insulted everybody. He said the most outrageous things, which is what made him who he was. But he could have been canceled at any moment if someone just pulled this stuff out.
Yeah.
And I think it scared him when the blackface thing came out.
Yeah.
And he was saying the N-word and all kinds of stuff. And I think it scared him, so he decided to go completely woke so they'd leave him alone. So he sold out to him.
Well, $100 million a year.
That'll make you do stuff.
$100 million a year.
So he's
10
all right.
years.
He's in his 70s, right?
Yeah.
And he's still wearing that stupid wig like he's an MTV VJ from 1982.
I didn't know he wore a wig.
I didn't really either. Someone's put a picture of him out yesterday. And he looks like some little geezer you'd see, wander around a park trying to, give candy to kids.
Well, I was just over myself on this.
As soon as I started saying that,
when they
I was thinking,
canoes.
how am I going to get out of this one? Do you drive a white unmarked van?
The canoes over there where they mentioned the park that time. Peachtree Creek or whatever the hell. I don't know. Anyway, 454. Oh, my
Peachtree
God.
Creek.
I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
That reminds me of the film, the black and white films. They'd herd us all in elementary school into the cafeteria.
Oh, yeah.
And they put up the projector.
Yeah.
And that's some guy from GBI or something standing there. And they'd play this film of the Don't Go to Stranger Danger.
Yeah.
And at the end of the film, the kid that did not pay attention, all they show was his bloody sneaker floating down a creek.
Oh, I don't remember any of that.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
We didn't have that upstate New York.
We had that here.
Holy crap.
Yeah. A black and white grainy film with Hershey's chocolate on it.
Oh, God.
Like
Yowie.
Psycho.
Zongo Wongas.
It made an impression.
Holy crow. Oh, by the way, speaking of impression, this has got a thing of an instance of life today, this afternoon, here at the station. I went into the men's room. A little tinkle.
Oh,
okay.
no.
I went into the men's room, and this is the way things happen. I went into the men's room, and I'm at the place
urinal,
and and there are two of them. There are two urinals, and I was at the urinal, and in the door comes a male, another guy,
hopefully,
and he walks in and he goes, and I go, no talking. Finish the mix, wash my hands, and walk out the door. As I'm walking, okay, so he walks in and goes, I go, okay, silence. Wash my hands, walk out the door. As I'm walking out the door to the ladies' room right across the way, like 5 feet away, is open as a woman was going in, and so the door was half open, and I'm hearing laughing girls having conversations. There's like 8 or 9 of them in there, and they're talking about what the hell's going on.
There's a couch in
I'm
there.
thinking, oh my, you don't talk to people in the men's. I mean, I hate having, I mean, but the ladies are in there having a good time. They have couches and stuff in there.
Oh yeah,
like
a bar,
makeup windows,
open bar.
God, it's unbelievable. They have a smoking section.
That's funny you said that because literally earlier today I went into the same restroom and there was a coworker in there and we had a nice conversation. I went to one of the stalls and he's standing out there washing his hands and we had a very lovely conversation. Which doesn't happen very often.
I can't. I won't. No, it's not.
And usually it would bug me. I won't say who it was, but I forget what the hell we were talking about. But it was fine.
Oh, mercy.
I agree with you. See, that's okay because you're in the stall and they're washing their hands. If they're standing next to you at the urinal, no, there's no talking.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, I was flabbergasted. I thought that was
there are rules.
Rather bizarre. 4:57. Kim Repeat and Chris in for Flounder. We got the newsy stuff here going on. Oh, the Texas House people has suspended direct deposit paychecks for those Democrats who refused to go back to work, who fled to protest redistricting, and now they have to go in person to get their checks. So if they want their money, they're going to have to go back to Texas. And if they do, then therefore they can be hornswoggled into going back into the legislature. But again, they had to postpone the meeting because they didn't have a quorum, didn't have enough people because of the Democrat sissies who are turning their back on everything, which freaking figures. And also the DOJ is opening grand jury investigation into Letitia James, the New York Attorney General who made up a law just to go get Donald Trump and successfully did it, had him convicted and sentenced a fine of, $450 million for evaluating his properties, which they called was inappropriate, which is a complete crock. Yep. The bank didn't think it was, and they gave him the loan, and he paid it back, and everybody was fine. Nobody got hurt. Nothing happened. It was just they said he overvalued his property.
And made up the law.
Made up the law.
Made up the law to go get him.
4:58, little Flounders Funny one time, Chris. Here, what do you got there in the back?
I don't know how long to microwave something. I have to ask her every time, as if her family invented the microwave. How long do we microwave this for? And she's like, do it till it's hot. It's like, but I know you know a number, just say the number. I'm either going to call my mom or you're going to tell me the number. If she doesn't tell me, I type in 90 minutes and I walk away.
Bergazzi, Nate Bergazzi. He's that guy is just one of my favorites of all time, and I only knew about him like a year ago for some reason.
He needs his own show. That Christmas special was okay.
Yeah. Now I hear he's got one. I think he's doing a sitcom. I don't know where it is, but I think it's available.
Hey, Ray Romano did a very successful one, and it's very similar. Except he had a northeastern look at families.
Yeah.
And Nate is a very Tennessee look at families.
Well, I don't know what it's about, and I think Bortz was talking about it with the morning crew the other day.
Yeah, he don't talk to us.
And he was afraid. He was nervous that he's going to ruin his career. I hope it's a right thing for him because he's a very funny guy.
Oh, he'll always do stand up.
Yeah, I hope so. Anyway, Kimmer Pete and Christopher Flounder coming up on 5 o'clock. Holy crap! At sports, we got tweets and we got stuff.
The Morning Extra, every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
Trump and Putin face to face. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. President Trump confirms plans to meet with the Russian president, he says, very soon about how to end the war with Ukraine. Sources tell Fox there are tentative plans for a summit late next week.
We'll start off with Russia. And we'll announce a location. I think the location will be a very popular one for a lot of reasons. But we'll be announcing that a little bit later. I just don't want to do it now because of the importance of what we just did.
The president hosting a White House peace summit with the leaders of Armenia and Azerbaijan.
We've finally succeeded in making peace, and we just left the Oval Office where we signed voluminous documents and very important elements to the agreement,
including a regional transit corridor between the two countries to be named the Trump Route for International Peace and Prosperity. The sixth person to be head of the International Revenue Service this year, Billy Long, is being replaced by President Trump 2 months into the job and being made ambassador to Iceland. No reasons given. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent's now acting IRS commissioner. 1 p.m. in Texas was the deadline given for dozens of State House Democrats who fled to return. They didn't, so no votes again today.
Texas State House Speaker Dan Burrows noted the ongoing absence of the Democratic lawmakers who fled to avoid voting on a Republican plan to redraw the congressional map.
Each one of you knows that eventually you will come back, and we will pass the priorities of the special session on the call. But with each passing day, the political cost of your absence is rising, and it will be paid in full.
There are civil arrest warrants in effect. Burrows says they've asked a court in Illinois to enforce them. The FBI is assisting, and the governor's asked the state Supreme Court to expel the chair of the House Democratic Caucus. Burrows says the absent lawmakers now have to pick up their paychecks in person, and that 30% of each member's monthly operating budget will be held back as part of a fine. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Astronaut James Lovell died, 97 years old. America's listening to Fox News.
Born on America's darkest day of 9/11, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation has been helping America's heroes ever since. People who put their lives on the line for our country and our communities need your help now more than ever. Join Tunnel to Towers on its mission to do good in their honor. Never forget 9/11 or the sacrifices of this country's heroes and their families. Show your support. Donate $11 a month at T2T.org. That's T2T.org.
Progressive knows when you're in your RV, you're already on vacation. That's when you become Vacation You, who just camped where there's absolutely no shade. Even though regular you burns easily. In fact, Vacation You burns too, but is too stubborn to admit it, which is why regular you gets in trouble at the dermatologist, because Vacation You doesn't do doctors. So bundle your RV with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of flank, ready on your dog, target. Road guards out. We're starting to laugh. Steaky big fat loser Abraham is back on the news complaining about Donald Trump. Oh my God. It's all coming up. Kimmer Pete and Kristen for Flounder one more day on Let It Rip Friday. But first to the phones. It's every Friday. Susan, hey doll, how's it going? Welcome aboard. What's up?
Happy Friday. So I don't know if you saw, because it wasn't a big story in the news, but it's a huge story. One of Biden's aides, probably one of the auto pen users, was her answer to the question of why they didn't do the cognitive test was they had no political gain to do it.
Yep.
Could you imagine that being your answer? Not the fact that we probably need to know if the commander-in-chief has dementia or, at 2 a.m. and we wake him up and, do we have to, punch in the nuclear code? The answer literally was, there was no political gain.
Yep.
So that's why they didn't have him do a cognitive test. I mean, that is a scandal.
Yeah. Biden was asked to do a half-bowl supertime interview, and his staff, she told the committee that the staff thought the main coverage would be about what he did with classified records and not about anything concerning his policies. She testified they decided this before a report by her even came out. They said that his counsel was given time to review the report, and the inner circle said in a consensus he should not even take a cognitive test either because it would offer no political benefit.
No political benefit.
Yep.
I mean, could you imagine that she actually admitted that out loud, though, is what I'm saying. I mean, that is a total scandal. The whole purpose of the 25th Amendment, and one way to get to the 25th Amendment is cognitive test, I would think, right?
Yeah, I know.
It's shocking, but it's not surprising. They're the party over country, obviously.
Yeah. It's what a disgrace. And again, and now that, of course, the liberals are just poo-pooing all the investigations into the last 4 years, and it's just politics getting even. Remember, they tried to kill Donald Trump. This is not getting even. This is getting justice. This is making sure people understand what the hell happened to this country because of those liberals who went so far crazy, woke, idiocy, socialism left that they tried to ruin this country, and they're still trying to do it. And we need to get to the bottom of it and make the truth be out there. It's not revenge, it's justice. Need to be held accountable.
100%. Yes, sir. Don't get too upset. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Susan. You have a great day.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Hi to Kelly.
Sir.
All right, sweetie. Thanks.
Yes,
you have
sir.
a great
Bye.
day. 506. I love talking every day, Susan. Who's that?
Howard Stern.
Oh, my God.
Without the wig. Yeah.
According to some of our listeners, that's AI.
It don't matter. I don't care.
Oh, really? Well, so is he bald or not bald? Is it a wig
he's
or
not
not
bald.
a wig?
No, he doesn't wear a wig. That's his actual hair.
Oh,
Don't
my
say
God.
things like that. We're having so much fun.
Well, see, now that's the other thing. Now, who says it's maybe AI says it's AI, and it's really not AI saying it's AI?
Yeah.
How are we supposed to figure this out?
I'm just letting you know what your listeners are telling.
Oh, my God. But now, see, how are we supposed to do any of this? How do you know that I'm even speaking
I'm telling
right now?
you, it's to the point where you won't be able to tell in less than a year.
Mr. Dickey's going to call me one day and leave a message. We don't need you. We got all the audio we need to put together whatever we want.
Don't believe him because you don't know if it's him
That's
or
right.
AI.
I'll come in anyway, armed, armed.
No, you will not come in. Did you hear the joke? The doctors now ask you if you have firearms at your house sometimes.
Yeah, They'll mind their own business.
He asked me if I had firearms at my house, and I said, I have firearms in your office.
I can find. In fact, the last doctor I went into was the guy who did my surgery, the last one, and he was an Army doctor from Iraq or something. And I was saying, and he saw my Marine Corps stuff. We talked about war stuff like that, and I said, yeah, I had this doctor over Vietnam. And he said he took Jordan to his nurse, and he said, yeah, I'll bet you right now he's got a little something hidden in that boot of his right there in the chair. I said, Doc, you know a lot of things about military people, but those guys are special. Anyways, those guys.
My dentist is ex-Navy.
Yeah. And the women, there are a lot of women in Vietnam, man, in the war zones, in nurses. And,
China Beach.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dana Delaney.
Yeah. Here we go. Kimber Pete and Flounder. It's a 5:08 already. Holy cow. 5:08. Plans for the weekend? Pete Davis?
There's a lot of stuff going on. I may go to the races tomorrow night. The Sugar Creek Raceway. They got a
horse
big
race or car race?
Car racing, all different kinds. This is like a big night tomorrow night.
Jalopy racing or what?
Oh, it's all kinds of racing.
Really?
We're talking about every kind you got out there, from stock to close to stock to all kinds of stuff. It looks so much fun.
I grew up as a kid in the 50s, back when stock car racing after World War II. In fact, if you've ever seen the History Channel series on the automobile, when the soldiers came back from World War II, boom, everything exploded.
And the moonshine.
And they, hot cars and fast cars and racing and all the NASCAR and all this stuff. Growing up as a kid, there was a raceway, motor speedway, and it was a dirt track, and it was guys showing up in their cars racing each other on Friday nights or Saturday nights across the state line and stuff.
It's going to be a big night tomorrow night. That's one of their big race nights of the year.
Cool.
Several different races.
I'll be damned. And Chris, how about you? Weekend plans at all? Are you a weekend guy or what?
I'm definitely a weekend guy. I got to work over at 680 tomorrow on a Buck Belue show, and then the Braves' first game of their doubleheader tomorrow, and then I'm heading up to my parents' lake house.
Oh, nice. Are they going to be there at the time? Or
yeah, they will be there. Oh,
that's too bad.
It's their main home now. They just moved up there. Maybe I guess it's 2 months now that they've been up there.
Excellent.
Up at Lake Hartwell.
Oh, that's way up
very
there.
Nice.
Yeah, in the east.
And what's Buck Belue doing tomorrow on Saturday? What's he do? A Saturday show?
Yeah, talk sports.
He's going to start doing the college football stuff once that's kicked. Is Kelly Kroll with him now?
Kelly will join this week. That was her first week.
Cool.
Isn't she here in the station now? Did I see her? Is blonde girl?
Yes.
I think I saw a blonde girl walk. I didn't see her from the side.
Blonde woman.
Blonde chick, let her sue me. Let her go ahead and file a complaint for that.
She's
sorry.
not.
She's
too nice.
She doesn't know anything. She
doesn't know who you are. Know who any of us are.
Probably thinks I'm the
She's
janitor.
a big star. She was the Braves sideline reporter.
What's that?
I said she knows me.
She knows me.
Only because I've worked with her.
Well,
yes, really.
Well, I'm sure that's lovely in every way. I've got this weekend. I swear I'm going to get rid of my junk. I've got to get rid of some junk. I've got to get rid of my clothes. I've got probably 25 pairs of jeans. I've got 10 or 20 pairs of slacks and golf shorts. Probably 15 or 20 golf shirts. I've got 10 or 15 sport jackets, most of which I've never worn. I've got 4 or 5 old-fashioned tuxedos with a wide lapels.
Give them.
I don't know what to do with them. I don't know where to.
Don't give them the Goodwill.
They won't even fit in my car. I couldn't fit. My car's not big enough to. Someone's have to come pick all this crap up. Anybody want my clothes?
I used to say, take it to the Salvation Army. I don't know if they've gotten better. They got a little woke a few years ago. Find a local church. They'll take them.
Yeah, there's probably an idea.
They'll take them and they'll sell. They'll put a thing out. They'll sell them and they make some money for the church.
Yeah. Yeah. Or Vietnam veterans. I don't know. If they have a closed
VFW maybe
and stuff.
Somebody will come get them.
Yeah. In fact, I live right near an American Legion area and a VFW post. So maybe I'll just.
There are no more churches in Alpharetta. It's a godless place.
Well, that's true too. It's all. Luckily, though, the traffic lights are still horrible. And by talk about needing AI in Alpharetta, oh my God, they leave the traffic lights like for rush hour traffic, no matter what time of day it is or weekend or anything else. I mean, they just need to get their orders.
Guess what we just got?
What I didn't do anything.
One of our bosses, your friend Scott.
Yeah. Steve.
You call him Steve? Stu. We need to get Kelly to come do a down the hall segment with you guys.
I doubt that's going to happen.
We can't even get Buck to come in.
So what's your sign? How do you feel about older guys? Very generous older guys.
You will not ask questions like that. You'll ask questions like, what do you think about the Ole Miss Rebels this year, and how many championships are they going to win?
That'd be entertaining.
Would be for me. How about that Lane Kiffin?
Wow. Hey, how about that defense?
Ole Miss.
Yes, Ole Miss. What do you got? You got a problem with that?
No, she's a Missouri grad.
Did they play football?
Yeah, sort of.
Kind of.
They don't play football.
I don't think they play real football.
They say they do at least.
They won. They won the SEC East 2 years in a row.
Yeah, and then got blown out both years in the SEC championship.
That's true.
Well, anyway, coming up, speaking of sports, it'll be Speaking of Sports with Pete Davis. Also, a quick question. I'm going to take. I'm getting some days off next month to go see my kids and my family. Now, if I call, I've never bought a ticket on my phone or on the internet, a plane ticket.
Yeah.
If I call Delta,
and
call them and get an operator and get through the thing to tell her what I want, she'll tell me the options are so and so. Is it going to be more expensive to get the ticket with a human girl on the phone as compared to trying to hire somebody to do it on the internet?
You know the answer to that. They will charge. They'll hold the phone to the side. And go, we've got another one. We got another sucker on the line.
You can even get them on the phone.
What's that? Well, if you can get them on the phone, but again, I don't do internet and phone. I can't. I'll never figure it out.
People like you fund their vacations.
Well,
I mean, seriously.
Now, do we know that's true that they're going to charge me
there's
more?
There's Kayak. What other ones are there? There's Kayak. There's
TripAdvisor.
So many places you just go on and put it in what you want, and they'll compare prices.
Well, I'm flying Delta. I always fly Delta.
Well, it'll show you different times you can go.
Nonstop first class, period.
Show you different times. There's a difference between money.
Yeah.
Why has it got to be Delta? There's a lot of planes go to Denver.
Well, I always fly Delta.
Why?
Because I know where it is. Well,
it's at the airport with all the rest of the planes.
All right. I fly once every 3 years. So I fly first class. I just suck it up and say I'm paying the money for first class. Southwest doesn't have, people don't even have first class anymore, do they?
Oh, most do.
I've heard nothing but bad news about United lately.
I don't know.
Don't speak bad about United. My mother works for them.
Yeah, don't say anything bad.
I mean, they're wonderful. Other than the engine's falling off, but that everybody could happen to that. Oh, a door comes off in flight. What? No, nobody's ever had that happen before, huh?
So are you going to get a train from the Denver airport in Kansas into Denver? Because that's the farthest I've ever seen an airport be from a city. I swear you can't see the city. You can't see the Rocky Mountains from there.
No, it's not right. And they got that stupid horse. I mean, it's everything about
Denver. That fell
and
killed the guy who built it.
Yeah, no. I don't blame him. I mean, it's just horrible.
You don't blame the horse?
And you one you rode in on. It's got 5:15. We're late. Sorry. Pete's next. Look out. It's sports. I'm calling. I'm going to call him.
When conflicts escalate around the world, don't let the mainstream media scare you into believing their narrative. Get it right with Atlanta's only conservative voice. And trust the Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, The Kimmer Show, and our entire lineup to give it to you straight. Don't buy the fear. Just keep it here. Extra 106.3 FM and the all-new Extra app.
Hey, it's Front Office Los for True Prep. Thinking about buying a firearm for home defense or personal safety, but don't know where to start? Start with True Prep. We're a family-owned store focused on education, safety, and community. Our Firearm Fundamentals for First-Time Buyers workshop has been so popular, we've added a new session on August 24th to meet the demand. Learn about the purchasing process, gun safety, selecting the right gun, and more. Visit TruePrep.com. That's TRUPrep.com to sign up today.
So the outside of your house is getting a little ugly, kind of like the outside of the Kimmer, I know. Well, here you go, Peach State Windows. I worked with Jeff, the owner, and his wife 25 years ago. Family business, she'll probably answer the phone. Energy Star, double hung vinyl windows, perfect fit, or siding, holy cow, all the top brands like Hardy Plank that I got 25 years ago. Sales to fit your budget, Peach State Windows. Sure, but so much more than windows too. Entry doors, roof issues, they'll take care of all that stuff. 770-485-8011, peachstatewindows.com.
Here today with Evan Ward from Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I know you've been quite busy in the office these days. So let's talk about some of the things folks are calling you most about here lately.
Well, Kevin, the biggest thing people are really talking about right now is retirement. And I look at retirement as a journey, not a destination. The goal of almost everybody out there is to grow and preserve a tax-efficient portfolio so they can actually enjoy their retirement. And that's why I partnered with Market Guard. I get a lot of the same questions. Evan, when do I sell? When do I hold? And if I sold, when do I get back into the market? In my opinion, that's market timing. And in my experience, market timing, it can be quite confusing. And we have to look at it and allow the math to do the work.
Everybody has a different appetite for risk. So where does Market Guard fit in?
Well, if you want asset preservation and you don't want it to go down due to market volatility, we have portfolios that are designed for this. But if you want to participate in those larger markets, Market Guard can also offer more stock and aggressive portfolios for those that are looking for that kind of strategy. And here's what I propose for our listeners today. For the next 10 callers, we're going to do a Market Guard portfolio comparison, side by side with what you're currently doing, and we'll show you how your 401k and other investments are doing. And we'll make recommendations, and then you can see the difference between Market Guard and what it can do for your portfolio. After that, you decide if you want us to do a complete retirement plan. So give us a call today at 678-736-7799 and ask for your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison.
Again, call Evan Ward with Atlas Retirement. That number, folks, 678-736-7799. And you can pick up your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison. That's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Her name is Kayla. She's 17. She's alone, she's terrified, and pregnant, sitting in a clinic, tears blurring, thinking abortion is her only option, until she was offered a free ultrasound, paid for by a hero just like you. The moment Kayla heard her baby's heartbeat, the decision was made. And today, her little baby, Gabriel, is thriving because Preborn walked with Kayla every step of the way. Now multiply that by 38,000. That's how many babies Preborn has helped save this year. How many mothers Preborn has come alongside with practical and spiritual resources to make motherhood possible. But here's the most important thing you'll hear today. The goal is to save $70,000 by the end of the year, and they can't do it without you. Every $28 provides an ultrasound, the moment that changes everything. Will you be the reason the next Kayla chooses life? To donate, dial pound 250 and say the keyword baby. That's pound 250 baby. Or donate securely at preborn.com/Beck. That's preborn.com/Beck, sponsored by Preborn.
By the way, I don't know. There's some kind of heavy metal group showing at a concert next door.
Yeah.
All black makeup and stuff. I flirted with one of the black makeup girls in line, and it was really fun. Coming up, now sponsored by RBM, Atlanta, Holy Crap and Sports and PJs.
All right, tomorrow night, Sugar Creek Raceway up there in Blue Ridge. This is what you get. You get your limited late models, Interstate Weldon 602 late models, your Jasper Generator open wheel modifieds, the Chastain Construction front wheel drives, the street stocks, the pony stocks, and the strictly stock Crown Vics.
No, I don't know why. Only Crown Vics race against the. Oh my God!
The old police cars, like Blues Brothers.
I was like the old Mercury Interceptors had those big cop engines in there.
And the winner gets $4,000.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, some good stuff, man.
And these are just their personal cars,
some of them get businesses to sponsor them and stuff like that. A lot of people put like the one went there last year, and they had all these cool little modified cars, and one was this painted matte gray Toyota Celica out there, and the poor thing got lapped, but he was out there.
Well, there you go.
All right, Drake Baldwin should be the National League Rookie of the Year.
Well,
last night really helped his cause. Braves come from way behind, beat the Marlins 8-6 as Baldwin had not one but 2 home runs. Here is the first one.
Baldwin sends one soaring high in the air to deep right field. Got a shot, and that is out of here. Drake Baldwin hit one a mile high to deep right center. It's his 12th homer of the year, and the Braves have a 1-0 lead in the first inning.
Ben Ingram, Sister Station 680 The Fan. Here is number 2.
He comes set at the belt, and 0-2. Swung on and belted high and deep to right field, headed for the Braves bullpen, and gone. Drake Baldwin, his second homer of the night. A 3-run shot, 422 feet, and it's 6-5.
That's Joe Simpson there with the call. 24-year-old had 3 hits, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. His first multi-homer game. Marcell Ozuna, also a home run. The Braves jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the first, only see the Fish answer with 5 runs in the second innings. Carlos Carrasco. Yeah. The comeback began in the bottom of the 6th as Carrasco, a horrendous start, 5 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs. Pierce Johnson the win. He's now 3-3. Raisel Iglesias his 15th save. Josh Simpson the loss in relief for the Marlins. Tonight in Truist Park, you have the 5-5 right-hander Edward Cabrera for Miami against the 4-8 Bryce Elder. Now, Chris Sale begins his AAA rehab stint Tuesday with Gwinnett. That's good news there. And the Braves have claimed infielder Vidal Brujan off waivers from the Orioles. You know what Bruja means?
Bruja means a fight.
Bruja in Spanish. Bruja.
I do not.
Means witch.
Oh, my.
I think Brujan means those witches or something like that.
Spell on them there or something.
The first female umpire in a regular season game was last night during the Marlins-Braves contest. In fact, she might be behind the plate tonight or tomorrow.
Really?
Tomorrow.
For the double?
On Sunday. She gets the plate on Sunday.
Wow. The Babylon Bee reports that Jim Powell threw out a player for something he did in her dream the night before. Ever heard of Murph's Pocket Pancakes?
I'm not sure I want to know what pocket
you
pancakes
want to see?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Sounds like something you buy from a weird guy in an unmarked white van in the park.
Yeah, it's not.
But it's actually a real thing. The Brewers are bringing manager Pat Murphy's strange eating habits to you, the fan. Murphy went viral in a recent interview. He pulled a pancake out of his uniform pocket and took a bite, and then shared the flapjack with the reporter as he told the different ways he shoves food into his pockets to snack on in the dugout.
That's not right in any way.
Yeah, you don't pull food out of your pocket.
Oh, God.
Maybe a sunflower seed.
Is it in a bag or it's just there?
No, it's just there.
Oh, God. No, with the uniform fuzz on it and everything? Yeah, I don't. With sweat and...
Milwaukeeans will eat anything they can outwalk. They're kind of like the French in that way. The moment has spawned a movement up in Beertown. The ball club announced today that Murph's Pocket Pancakes are going to be sold at the ball field all Sunday games for the rest of the season. The Brewers have not lost since he whipped the pancake out of his pocket. In fact, they swept the Braves in 3. They have the best record in the majors. The Brewers.
All right. Now, on my pancakes, I like butter, maple syrup, and brown sugar. So it's got to be in your pocket. I can see that kind of slurping out of your pocket with your greasy fingers and the syrup.
Well, they asked him that. I'm glad you asked. Yes. He continued eating his pancake in the interview and said there's other food items he's brought. And he said waffles, pancakes, and pizza.
Oh, my God.
Murphy was asked, how can you put a slice of pizza in your pocket without staining the uni? He says, if it's cold pizza, you fold it up like a sandwich. You know what I mean? You can eat it during the game. And then I wear a hoodie. I have the pocket right here, and that's full of crumbs. What is he, pulled it over his head and the crumbs fall down all over him? The Brewers will be selling a Ball 4 pocket pack that features 4 pocket pancakes and a choice of maple syrup or strawberry compote dipping sauce. How much would you pay for that?
4 pancakes and dipping sauce. Is that what you said?
Or maple syrup.
Or maple syrup.
Strawberry compote.
$3.99.
Higher.
$6.99.
$4.99.
Oh, really?
That's not bad.
I was joking around. I figured it'd be $15.
How about the double chicken and pancakes pocket pack? $7.99. That includes 2 pancakes stuffed with chicken tender each and topped with chopped bacon and maple syrup drizzle.
That sounds so good.
Okay, now wait a minute. They're calling it a pocket, but it's not really. It doesn't come in a pocket, right? It must be on a plate.
You can put it in your pocket.
It's just food.
Yeah, the
right?
vendor actually literally pulls it out of his pocket and hands it to you.
But you're not. I mean, it's just food. But
you hope that's all he's pulling out of his pocket.
Man, I don't know.
There's no hot dog. You notice there's no pocket hot dog.
Kielbasa would be not. No. Thank you.
Falcons begin their exhibition schedule tonight in Mercedes-Benz Stadium against the Lions. I think maybe 2 guys you've heard of will actually play tonight.
Oh.
The game is on Fox 5.
All right.
Another night, another sex cylinder thrown on the court.
Oh, Lord.
Another Atlanta Dream game, this time in Chicago, as the game was halted by a sex toy tossed on the hardwood. I'd tell you who won, but I don't care.
Wow.
A self-described cryptocurrency enthusiast told ESPN he is part of a group that is orchestrating the recent sex toy stunts that have disrupted at least 3 WNBA games in the past 10 days. The man spoke on condition of anonymity over a video conference Wednesday, said the stunts were meant to market a crypto coin that they have created. He's using the controversy to advertise it. The man uses Lieutenant Daldo Rain as his username on X, which he said is the Brad Pitt character in the movie Inglourious Bastards.
A takeoff on Aldo Ray, yeah.
Kept his camera off, refused to give his name or age during the ESPN call. Daldo shared a green sex toy meme with the caption, "Dildo Warrior practicing his throw." Hours later, a game was postponed in the fourth quarter after a green sex toy hit the court. According to Google Trends, there has been a 3,700% increase in the United States search interest on green dildo since July 29th.
That's just the stupidest thing.
Imagine Amazon, how many they're selling.
Why would you search green dildo? I mean,
buy one.
Oh, my God.
How much? Look that up right now and ask. See how much one of those costs.
Lordy.
All right. One betting website created markets around the sex toy stunts, allows users to bet on when another toss will happen and what color it will be.
This is outrageous. The whole thing has got to hold force
and it's
behind
spreading.
it.
During the Marlins-Astros game in Miami Wednesday, a woman sitting behind home plate held up a green sex toy.
You know it's going to happen in Major League Baseball parks.
Well, I just said that at the Astros game in Miami.
No, but I mean, that a woman held one up. I'm talking about people throwing it on the field.
Oh, that's you can't.
They'll get ejected immediately if they did that in Major League Baseball.
I'll
You should
bet
be beaten if you do
football
that.
games. Do you think this fall football games? You don't think green dildos will be flying out of the stands?
I hope not.
I mean, I
So
guarantee you the
you
first.
asked the cost.
How much?
On Amazon is $17.99.
With batteries?
Batteries included, or do we know?
No, it's a non-battery
Oh,
one.
it's just the rubber thing.
Yeah.
Do you know the
Well.
penal code in this state? One of those things?
hello.
Okay. Comedian Gary Owen has an idea to spark up the just the regular NBA All-Star game.
All right, sir.
Do you watch the NBA All-Star
No,
game?
I've never
No,
seen it.
nobody does anymore.
I have not.
He says get the all-white team to face the all-black team. Unless they can clone a 23-year-old Larry Bird, good luck with that. 5 Larry Birds might be able to win.
Maybe,
John Stockton.
Do these white players have to be American?
No. You get Doncic and the
Yeah.
big dude from Denver out there. What's his name again?
Joker.
Djokovic.
Djokovic.
No, that Djokovic is
No,
the
that's a
tennis player.
Jokic.
Jokic. Nikolai Jokic, I think is his name. Today in sports history, August 8th, 2002, Atlanta beat Arizona 4-1. Braves relief pitcher John Smoltz had 40 saves in a season, faster than any pitcher in history.
Wow.
1976, the first game of a doubleheader against the Royals at Comiskey Park. The White Sox take the field wearing what?
I know this one.
Dresses or something, skirts or.
Is this the one where they wore shorts?
Shorts.
Oh, that's
remember
right.
the
I
shorts?
remember that, yeah.
Talk about raspberries.
Yeah.
Strawberries. So.
Yeah. Is this a Bill Veeck thing? What year was
I
this?
think it was a
yeah,
Veeck
it must
thing.
be Bill Veeck
76.
thing. Yeah,
it might have
Bill
been.
Veeck's Bill Veeck.
2000, after kissing one another in the 7th inning, the Dodgers will ask a female couple to leave Dodger Stadium immediately, told never to set foot back on the premises for lewd behavior. The pair had planned to sue the Dodgers, but decided not to after the team apologized and promised to contribute 5,000 tickets to gay organizations and continue sensitivity training for all of its employees.
Oh, employee. Wait a minute. It was two guys, men.
Two Dodgers employees told him they had to leave.
Oh, my.
The Dodgers would go a step further by renaming their famous Dodger dogs to lesbian Lynx.
Well, Pete Davis.
Top that.
I doubt it. But we got more coming up. We'll give it a whack. Eric Kipper, Pete, Christopher Flounder on Let Her Rip Friday on 106.3. Oh, happy Friday time right here. Look out.
Extra 106.3 has the biggest lineup of conservative voices all week, and we're loaded with live and local programming every weekend. The All Four Seasons Home Show, Back Your Blue, Ben Burnett, Janelle King, and NASCAR on Sundays. See the full weekend lineup at extra1063.com and stream it free on the Extra app.
Well, the weather may have cooled, but that's just another great opportunity to get that stuff planted at your house. If you're a landscaper or a contractor putting in somebody's lawn or backyard or fixing it up, or like patio, pool deck, stuff like that, Stovall and Company, third-generation family. Talk about Paul and the boys all the time. They have 11 locations now, latest one up in Canton, and they've got all you need: the sprinkler systems, irrigation systems, and plants and shrubs and trees and sod and grass and seeds. I mean, they do flowers. I mean, honestly, it's unbelievable. They got everything. And if they don't have something and you need something particularly special, I love to brag about them for this. If they can help you find it somewhere else, they will, even though they lose this sale. You'll love this company. Look them up, StovallInc.com.
Good morning, Mike. What you eating?
You gotta try this.
I can hear you crunching from the next cube over.
This is amazing. I just discovered it this weekend at Lidl. It's Greek Goddess Gourmet Granola. They were sampling it, so I tried it. Then I bought 6 bags.
Wow. Is it cereal?
Can be. Or an amazing trail mix. It's great for a meal or a snack.
What's in it?
Well, they have 2 flavors, maple oat and harvest nut, which is my favorite. It's made with whole grain oats, almonds, pecans, raisins, coconut, and the sweet taste of pure maple syrup. Maple oat is a simpler take on their delicious granola. It's got wholesome oats, plump raisins, coconut, and maple syrup.
That sounds healthy and delicious.
That's why I can't stop crunching, Susan.
Greek Goddess Gourmet Granola. It's a breakfast or on-the-go snack you can feel good about. It's dairy-free and gluten-free, and with only 2 grams of added sugar per serving, even your belly will love it. Pick some up at Lidl, Amazon, GreekGoddessGourmet.com, or at specialty stores near you.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's here to tell you about a new company that is changing the way people buy their next pre-owned car or truck. At The Honest Car Guy, they offer a completely transparent way to purchase a vehicle. You pay what he pays, plus a small, honest fee. You can choose any make or model. He will search the country for the best deal out there. He'll handle the paperwork, your trade-in, shipping, and even give you the bill of sale. Friends, I've done the research, and this is a buying process that you can trust. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1 or visit online at honestcarguy.com.
Conventional wisdom always had the retirement age at 65, but times have changed and people are different. It's retirement on your terms now. So, Coach Pete, when should we retire?
I think you retire when you want to retire if you have a good plan. If you retire to nothing, you're going to dwindle up and be nothing. So we need to always have goals and we need to have aspirations. And even if we are retired, have something you like to do, a good hobby, or keep a little stock account so you can research stocks and keep that mind going. Because as long as you can keep the machinery going up there on the end ahead, you're going to be fine. And so we don't need to slow down because it's hard to get it started. You ever try to start a lawnmower after the season it's been sitting in the shed?
Oh, yeah.
It takes a while to get it started sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If it even starts at all.
Usually not.
And so we don't need our mind being like that either.
A comprehensive review, no cost, no obligation with Coach Pete's local trusted advisor, Craig Chandler of Chandler Wealth Management. 800-419-6164. 800-419-6164. 800-419-6164.
Join A Second Chance Bail Bond CEO Daniel Madelon and host Tug Coward for the weekly radio show Back Your Blue. They will highlight special initiatives, criminal justice programs, and community events aimed at keeping our communities safer. Tune in Saturdays at 10 a.m. to learn some good news about and from the law enforcement and justice communities. Tune in on Saturdays or catch up on all past episodes wherever you get your podcasts or at thepodcastpark.com.
No one plans on going to jail, but when it happens, it's important that you know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds, where we believe everyone deserves a second chance. Whether your loved one's been arrested in Cherokee, Clayton, or any of the other metro Atlanta counties in between, A Second Chance Bail Bonds works fast to help expedite release within hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
A couple years ago, I was in the bathroom at the airport when I dropped my smartphone in the toilet. Not smart. I was multitasking when I should have been focused on the job at hand. Embarrassing, but I'm not alone. According to Google, 7 million other multitaskers accidentally dropped their phones into the bowl last year. A gentle reminder that right now you can get yourself a brand new Samsung Galaxy A36 absolutely free with a $35 plan from Pure Talk. The A36 comes with scratch-resistant Gorilla Glass and a battery that'll last all day, along with unlimited talk, text, and data on America's most dependable 5G network. In other words, it's tough and smart. Something to think about next time you're multitasking in the necessary. Just dial pound 250, say keyword Mike Rowe to get your free phone today. You can make the switch in just 10 minutes. That's pound 250. Say Mike Rowe to switch to a no-nonsense smartphone and a company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
The legend Neil Bortz is only on Extra 106.3. Hey, it's Pete, and here's what you missed from the Talkmaster.
Look at the poor Democrat Party. For years, they told us nothing could be done about illegal immigration unless they passed some more bills in Congress. How long did it take Trump to put the lie to that? 2 days, I believe.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 or listen anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
Happy Friday. Got a little radio head for you.
Pardon me?
Hello.
Phrasing.
Using your wrong grammatical.
Don't pause between those two.
The dangling participle, I think, of the split infinitive did me in there.
Jared.
Yeah, Jared. Blue perfect phrase, it's really wrong in every way. In 1991 on this day, on a Friday, later to become known as Radiohead, and the group was called On a Friday, later to become Radiohead, appeared at the Jericho Tavern in Oxford, England. The band to become Radiohead met while attending Abington School, a boys-only public school. Now, in Britain, a public school is a private school, right? Isn't it? I think a public school in Britain is a private school. Anyway, the group called On a Friday referred to the band's unusual rehearsal day in the school's music room. So anyway, I don't know what that means, but that's what they're saying. A little Radiohead action here for you. Our birthday list up, Pete Davis, includes a sports section here. Rena Mero is 58. She was Sable in the WWF until her ego got so big that Vince McMahon fired her. Now, Rena Mero, 58, is just basically Mrs. Brock Lesnar. Okay. And birthday list, Pete Davis, Roger Federer, dashing Swiss tennis star, says here, won 8 Wimbledons. He is 44, Roger Federer. And Anthony Rizzo. Is he the one with the pearl necklace?
No, that's Jock Peterson.
Oh, Jock Peterson, that's right. Anthony Rizzo is 36. He seems like a cool guy. He's that big left-handed kind of stocky guy, isn't he? Isn't
Still with the Yankees, isn't he?
Yeah.
Or injured?
I don't know if he's with the Yankees anymore because they got Paul Goldschmidt.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And I don't know what Rizzo's doing
He might
now.
have been gone. And on this day in 1992, the men's basketball team for America, the Dream Team. Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird won the gold medal. Barcelona Olympics.
Barcelona.
1992. Let's see. Also in sports on this day, 2006, Roger Goodell became the NFL's lifetime commissioner.
For life, yes.
And one more quick thing. On this day in 1988, the Chicago Cubs host the first night game at Wrigley Field. The first night game in professional baseball took place 60 years earlier in Des Moines, Iowa, hosting Wichita for a Western League game. The first ever one 60 years earlier in 1930. Let's see. A Great Depression, owners found they put the lights on, people would go to the games. Anyway, it's kind of cool. Of course, this was 3 years after I hit my home run in Wrigley, so it wouldn't have been at nighttime. It was during the day.
I watch that video every night to inspire me.
Well, it was, again, it wasn't a master blast. It was just barely over the, left field.
Really?
It didn't go onto Waveland Avenue or anything.
Since it didn't really happen, you could say it killed Dave Kingman. It passed Dave Kingman's blast.
Home run at Wrigley Field.
It knocked a window out on the other side of the street.
Wearing a three-piece
Well, you could have said you hit it to the rooftops.
and wingtips. Well, see, I could have lied about it. The longest home run ever. Put a window out on, Waveland Avenue. Idiot. Anyway, 5:41. How about a little something for the entertainment of the little people here, Chris, if you don't mind, sir.
It's just the song.
I don't have the whole replay.
What's that?
I didn't have that recorded. I didn't realize.
Oh, we didn't record
my God.
it.
Well,
We got to do it live?
Hold everything.
My bad.
No, it's okay.
You didn't tell me I had to record it back then. I wouldn't have.
I I thought that was understood, but you didn't have to do it again. You see, no, here we go.
I pulled it out of the trash.
No, here we go. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. And now, another edition of Not the Kimmers, Rainy Day Bad Tex Theater Playhouse, where we, by golly, try to bring a teeny bit of sunshine into your otherwise miserable lives of you, the little people. Today's episode, Ring Ring, Cello, the scene. Two guys at a neighborhood bar. One sets down his brew and turns to the other guy and asks...
I was walking down, not ask.
Says.
It was so perfect the first time. I was walking down the street this morning and hit by a violin, then a clarinet, and then a French horn.
Damn, that sounds like it hurt. Did you see the guy that did it?
No, but I don't think it was just one guy.
Really?
No, I believe it was an orchestrated attack.
And
sing.
Oh, it's incredible sound of the music. The musical.
I like the fact that both of you changed my script.
Well, we did. No, it was not. There was anyway a possible entertainment issue of the second time around is never really as good, is it?
It depends.
But seriously, anyway, here we go.
Two live versions.
No, it's not good. It's just not a good thing. Let's see. Oh, we got a bunch of leftover things here I wanted to get to.
Oh, Elvis liked it.
Elvis liked it?
The orchestrated attack. Ha, 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 he says.
Well, there you are.
All right. Well, first reviews are in.
Well, I'll be damned. And do we get to see our girl ump tonight?
Who?
Our girl umpire? It's going to be the Braves game?
She was last night, 1-2?
I thought she was starting tomorrow. Because when they originally announced it, said she would make her debut on Saturday.
But why would she start in the middle of a series?
Yeah,
and not at the beginning of a series?
I assumed that something to do with the doubleheader. She's the reserve umpire because they always have an extra umpire, so she wasn't actually on the field.
Well, what was she doing 28 days ago, though? I mean, it could be there could be a whole schedule.
It's just a bloody replacement.
Well,
anyway.
yeah, getting there, it could be the curse of some unknown.
ABC is canceling The View.
People still watch that?
Is that right? Seriously?
That's what it's on Twitter here.
Oh, my lordy. Well, good. I mean, obviously.
Let me see.
Well, obviously they don't because they're canceling it.
Unbelievable. I mean, obviously they're going to cancel the show because it's just, I mean, it's nothing but
our long
mockery.
National nightmare is over.
I mean, it's just being mocked endlessly and every single day.
And it's just hate. It's just pure hate.
They don't have a program. It's not entertaining. Again, I seriously, Chris, you're
now they're saying it's not canceled. So once again, it's a rumor. But there's a lot of places saying it is. But they say it's coming back for season 29 in September. But there's rumors going around.
Well, I was just going to say to Chris, I mean, at your age, what are you, 20? How old are you?
26.
26. At your age, you never heard programs like Dinah Shore doing interviews, Dick Cavett doing interviews. Who's the guy?
Mike Douglas.
Mike Douglas, my little girl's dad, or whatever. I mean, the song is singer. I mean, all those. Yeah. Ever heard of any of those people? By the way, I mean, Dick Cavett did, but ever heard of Mike Douglas? Do you know Mike Douglas?
I've heard of Mike Douglas.
Okay, Dinah Shore did. I mean, there are a lot of people who did Shores. David Frost, all these people. Who was the little Jewish guy, little black-haired Jewish
here we
guy?
go again.
No, Steinberg. Somebody Steinberg.
David Steinberg.
Very clever,
he was.
funny, but these guys were not, vicious attack dogs in politics. They were entertaining. And they would get into politics and make fun of people, but they were entertaining. It was entertaining shows. Have you ever seen a talk show probably that hasn't been all politically oriented in your whole life? Probably
not.
And Cavett and Tom Snyder would do politics every now and then.
Yeah, but Tom Snyder, I mean, I used to love that show.
He was great.
When I was a TV anchorman at night, and I'd get home and watch the show every midnight or whatever it was.
His John Lennon interview was amazing.
Oh, yeah, everything he did, I thought, we're back in 2 Dan
Aykroyd did the best
Dan
Tom
did a great
Snyder.
Tom Snyder. We're back in 2 Oh, my God. 546 already, holy cow. Donald Trump is going after drug cartels on their soil, apparently. Holy smokes. Secret military forces. I love it. I want to go in on that stuff. Coming up, Garrett Payton, Christopher Flounder. Look out. Almost done for your Let It Rip Friday.
Need more than just headlines on your ride to work? It's the Morning Extra, live from 6 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, only on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Military veterans are eager to transfer their skills and experiences to civilian life, but lack trusted connections to expedite their path to success. That is, until they meet the Warrior Alliance. The Warrior Alliance goes the extra mile to reach veterans in their communities so they do not have to take this journey alone. With over 40 partners across 10 service areas, your donation goes a long way toward achieving maximum impact for a veteran and their family. Go to thewarrioralliance.org to donate today and commit to helping the Warrior Alliance change thousands of lives for the better.
Hey, it's Flounder here, and this month at Solomon Brothers Jewelers, we're celebrating love with a full month dedicated to the trend-setting, award-winning designs of Gnome Carver and Crown Ring, two of the most iconic names in bridal jewelry. Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or wedding bands, we've got the largest selection in Atlanta. Special offers all month long, and every piece is backed by our low price guarantee. Even on Gnome Carter's latest Luna collection featuring a patented pillow comfort interior. And here's something you don't want to miss. Wedding Band Weekend is happening August 15th through 17th for 3 days only. Buy one wedding band, get one half off on all wedding bands in the store. It's the perfect time to find your forever rings. Come see us on Peachtree Road in Buckhead, on Old Milton Parkway in Alpharetta, or on Fisher Crossings Drive, Sharpsburg. And you can always shop online at SolomonBrothers.com and click Book Appointment for your private consultation with one of our expert jewelers.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Neil Borch here. Maybe you've already taken the steps to improve your health, maybe save your life. You're using a CPAP for your sleep apnea. I've been using one for well over 20 years. So right now I'm here to tell you about a source for CPAPs and CPAP supplies here in the Atlanta area. CPAPs, etc. They're in Alpharetta. They have whatever you need. Roddy and Sharon are your CPAP experts, and they'll ship nationwide. More information, CPAPs, etc.com.
Her name is Kayla. She's 17. She's alone, she's terrified, and pregnant, sitting in a clinic, tears, blurring, thinking abortion is her only option, until she was offered a free ultrasound, paid for by a hero just like you. The moment Kayla heard her baby's heartbeat, the decision was made. And today, her little baby, Gabriel, is thriving because Preborn walked with Kayla every step of the way. Now multiply that by 38,000. That's how many babies Preborn has helped save this year. How many mothers Preborn has come alongside with practical and spiritual resources to make motherhood possible. But here's the most important thing you'll hear today. The goal is to save 70,000 by the end of the year, and they can't do it without you. Every $28 provides an ultrasound, the moment that changes everything. Will you be the reason the next Kayla chooses life? To donate, dial pound 250 and say the keyword baby. That's pound 250 baby. Or donate securely at preborn.com/Beck. That's preborn.com/Beck, sponsored by Preborn.
Modular and offsite construction is booming. If you're an architect, building engineer, supplier, developer, or contractor, you can't miss the Offsite Construction Summit, returning to the International Convention Center in Atlanta on August 19th. With the rising cost of traditional building, modular and offsite construction is changing the way that companies build. It's quicker, cheaper, and offers a faster ROI. So don't miss the Offsite Construction Summit, coming to the International Convention Center in Atlanta on August 19th. This is your opportunity to learn from and connect with the industry's best. Register today at offsiteconstructionnetwork.com. That's offsiteconstructionnetwork.com.
We got a little news update coming up here in a second at Emory. Cop cars everywhere, shooting. Apparently an officer's been shot
by a CVS at Emory Point.
It's not actually. It's not the campus, as I understand
It's
it. Right.
right next to the campus.
Right nearby. It's on. Clifton.
There's Clifton there. North Decatur Road is there. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll more here in a second. Again, it's brand new. It's still happening. On this day, 87, U2 scored their second #1 single from Joshua Tree album with I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For. 2 nominations for the Grammys, Record of the Year and Song of the Year. And by the way, U2, the age of U2 is 64 today.
Really?
And he's going to celebrate by spending time with his brothers, The Brink and The Verge, which is kind of... Sorry. that was wrong.
He developed a style of playing that's very unique.
Yeah.
That helicopter sound he did. Yeah.
A lot of musical birthdays. J.C. Chazes from NSYNC, 49. Drew Lachey, 98 Degrees, 49. Mark Wills, a country singer, 52. And Mark Wills was a guy, I remember years and years ago, somebody called in and said there was a Mark Wills concert and that he... something about he didn't want to play the national anthem or something or other like that, and I mentioned it on the air, and Mark Wills heard that somebody said something about, and he called my show.
Really?
Yeah, I said, no, that's not true at all. We salute Americans all the time and so on. So I said, oh my God, I feel like an idiot, but I'm just the guy called.
False information?
That's never happened before. So anyway, Mark Wills, great guy, 52 years old. If I remember correctly. And let's see. God, we're almost out of time. 5:53. Breaking news at near Emory University at the CVS pharmacy.
Looks like that was the focus, was the CVS. And the police don't look like they're running around everything.
It must be over this. It said active shooter, but
it was near the students actually recorded hearing gunshots, multiple gunshots near their apartments, but it seems to be circling that CVS.
And again, now the headline we're watching on the TV screen says officer shot at Emory Point CVS.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I have no idea what we're talking about. 1, 2 people, many people. Was
one
it a
shooter,
robbery?
apparently.
Was it one shooter? If it was at the CVS, was this? We don't know if it was a robbery or a.
No,
maybe that's just the location where it happened.
They don't have a motive or anything.
Okay. Again, it's all brand new. Some kind of a shooting incident. Active shooter still says.
Oh, yeah, I know where that is. That bridge there. Yes, it's grown up a lot since I lived down there. But
right next to the campus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clifton and something or other.
Yeah, they shut down Clifton.
Yeah, cops, everything's shut down. And again, it says still active shooter, Emory Point CVS, an officer shot, and other than that, we don't have any information. But again, the area.
Avoid the area.
Yeah, don't go there. Well, I hope it's over and hope nobody got killed.
They got the Atlanta police there,
got
too.
A police officer.
Atlanta, probably DeKalb there, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure of it. We know the cab is there. I think I may have been at the cab office.
Decatur, maybe. Yeah, Decatur
possible.
too. Wow.
All right. We'll keep listening. We'll see what's going on here. And by the way, again, this story just in is breaking as we speak. In fact, I'm going to read it right now for the first time. Donald Trump has approved secret military force against Latin American drug cartels designated by the United States as foreign terrorist organizations. It would give us permission to engage the cartels, which traffic drugs like fentanyl across the border. In fact, Pam Bondi gave a news conference today where they showed some of the stuff they've captured recently, where they captured, 100 and something bad guys, and 10 billion trillion things of fentanyl, enough to kill 10 million people. They had on her desk in front of her enough fentanyl right there in front of her. They captured 10 million people would die. Right there, sitting right there.
We got a couple more reviews from the second iteration.
The second,
Elvis says, yes, the first was better for the little people.
Well, I'm sorry.
And also says, between these and the window guy jokes, it's the bee's knees, you know it. And then Kristen just put together a little video here that I'll show you. You can narrate to the people.
All right, sir.
It's a man.
It's a guy with a beard and a mustache. He's bobbing his head, putting the gun to his head. Oh, my God. No, now, come on. It was not that bad. It's over. I can't take it anymore. No, see, We shouldn't even know. No, it's very, very bad. It was just, our little.
I don't think Kristen's ever liked any of us.
No, I'm almost positive that
Still like her.
That would be true. No, we love her in every possible way. And by the way, Donald Trump, historic peace pact between Armenia and Azerbaijan today at the White House. 35 years of war, and Donald Trump solved it. They were together today in the White House, the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
And Donald Trump. That alone, Peace Prize.
Nobel. Why do you have one if not for this?
Right. And there are going to be 5 reasons in the next 6 months where
he stopped India and Pakistan from going nuclear.
Yeah.
He stopped this.
Yeah.
He's going to meet with Putin and Zelensky.
Yeah. He's got bringing hostages back. He stopped this. We'll see. This is unbelievable. I'm really, really a fan. What a job! 6 months. 6 months. Anyway, holy cow, it's almost time to rip out of here for the weekend. And 5:57, how about one more Flounders Funny there? Chris, what do you think?
These kids are soft. Yeah, there's a kid in the audience. You're soft, man. You're little punks. Your playgrounds, what's going on here? You have cushion on the ground? When I grew up in Chicago, they built playgrounds to kill us. They built playgrounds to kill us. Do you remember the steel horse that didn't work? Yeah! The seesaw, the most dangerous thing on the planet. And you're sitting there with your friend, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? What? I got off quicker than you. What is a cement turtle doing in the middle of the playground? For you to climb and bang your face on the shells? And then what about this? The wheel of death. The merry-go-round. You have a bunch of scared kids and some adult going, yeah! Kids are flying off left and right. And then when you look under, you see some dead skulls from other kids. Then the slide! You remember the slide? They have plastic slides now. Are you serious? Listen, we had steel slides that went up into the heavens. And you forgot that it was 1,000 degrees out and you had shorts on. It smells like my child's butt. Where is he? And you're stuck on the curb bar. And then you had to get your friend to come slide behind you and kick you down. You guys don't understand it.
By the way, who's that there, Chris, first of all?
Godfrey.
All right. Well, we like Godfrey. Mm-hmm. And just in, former President Joe Biden says he absolutely would have approved all the presidential pardons if he had only known about them.
By the way, here's the stories you didn't get to today.
Yes, I have.
Let's see. The supermodel wife of the Pakistani guy, Venezuelan president, J-Lo and Chanel, Shroud of Turin, Gina Carano,
Jennifer Lopez,
former Georgia lieutenant governor,
Chanel store, Trump announces reward,
return to offices.
The pervy youth pastor rep a sex texted a 15-year-old girl.
Aren't you glad you pulled all those stories?
While on the phone with his wife.
It took so much time for me to get all that just for it not be used.
Returning rebellion sparks wild office behavior. We got it all. We got next week's shows all ready to go. Hidden addictions for Americans hooked on substance. And it's all coming up. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. In the meantime, guys, have a great weekend. And forget Chris, thanks again, my friend. Christine, send me home, baby. I got to go. You're killing me.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta on Dickey.
This is Bruce Hagan. The law in Georgia has changed, and if you have been injured in a car crash, it's going to be harder than ever to get insurance companies to treat you fairly. What you need is a real lawyer on your side, not some phony TV or billboard lawyer who
potential summit with Putin as early as next week. A location for the meeting has not yet been announced. On a ceasefire or peace deal between Russia and Ukraine, President Trump says